Real Mod Squad shit. Whole lot of Mod Squad shit. Shout out Trenches News, nigga.
Shout out Draw the Mob, man. Make sure y'all go and follow Draw the Mob. Shout out Chris Paulo 773. Shout out Street Code. Shout out Big Dog J-Ski. Make sure y'all follow them on all platforms too. Shout out King of My TV, Ray Cernaz, and Sean Ward, man. Shout out to y'all. Appreciate your support, Ray Cernaz.
My nigga Glock made this shit.
Real Mod Squad shit. Whole lot of Mod Squad shit. Shout out Trenches News, nigga. Shout out NC. Shout out Made Media. Shout out Spark. Shout out Queen. Shout out B. Shout out Nene. See, hit my phone like Black make us a song. I hit YouTube, found a beat, now a song. And see, you can go to her for the latest news. Like who told on who and who gave who the blues. Can't forget Queen Lotus, that's 126. Shorty smart as hell when I ain't thinking about shit. Now let's get on the BZ on the down south shit. Shorty real as hell, she gon' tell you about your shit. And she dropping videos, go subscribe to her shit. Sparks got the visuals of 99%. Made media out west, see a film mode, nigga. Get that nigga ragged chick, I bet she feeling on that nigga. And shout out Savage Black, we gon' party on them niggas. Can't forget me. She catch bodies in the chat. It's that page fake or real shit. Shorty gon' check. She gon' come back to the chat. Wipe his nosy out the chat. Can't forget Uncle Swipe, Mr. Miyagi to you niggas. You can call him Swipe or Jordan or whatever, say you nigga. And to the ones that left, we ain't worried about shit. But make sure you like the video before you dip. Real Mod Squad shit, yeah. Real Mod Squad shit, yeah. Real Mod Squad shit, yeah. Make sure you like the video before you dip. Real Mod Squad shit, yeah. Real Mod Squad shit.
Shout out Bone Yak, Ashley Corbin. What's up? I keep on forgetting about you, man.
Make sure you like the video before you dip.
Shout out to all y'all, man, that's on here. I couldn't get on, man. I had accidentally locked myself out the laptop, man. So I had to wait to get back in. Hey, but shout out to everybody who support me, man. Hope y'all doing good tonight. We're going to talk about a couple of topics. We're going to start off with the Chicago news. We're going to start off that first. Then we're going to talk about Lil J, and we're going to talk about P. Diddy and more. THF, and more. So make sure y'all smash that like button, man. Make sure y'all smash that like button. Roll your weed up, whatever you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Weed is legal, so we can say that. Roll it up. It's legal. Shit. You ain't got to go to jail for the shit no more. Roll it up. Ain't that a blessing? Say amen about that. You ain't got to go to jail for putting a little weed in the air or your car smelling like weed. I do believe in them laws. Mama K, what's up? What's up? All right, y'all, we're going to get started. We're going to get started with the Chicago news. P. Diddy in some goddamn trouble. P. Diddy in some fucking trouble. We're going to start off with these guys right here. P. Diddy in more trouble. I seen another video with Justin Bieber, man. Justin Bieber sound like he was sick, goddamn. He ain't even want to look at the camera, man. Puffy going down, man. Hey, look, I ain't gonna lie, man. Out of all them damn people, all of them, he ain't do nothing to, man. Somebody had to go willingly, damn it, on everything. But he going down for majority of them motherfuckers, man, who I said he did something, whatever they said he did. But y'all know how the lawsuits go, man. Tell a friend that Puffy getting sued again, goddamn. That's what they own. Every motherfuckers waking up counting dates. Remember we was at Puffy crib? Everybody trying to get paid shit now. Like, why not? They said this is over gonna be over 3,000 people, bro, who saying that he touched them and shit, bro. Now, what if them 3,000 people whoop Puffy ass and we had got the tape of that? Hey, I ain't talking about that. You want to go and find out, you go and Google it. We ain't talking about none of that. Matter of fact, who is that? I ain't never seen you before, man. You up out of here, my boy. Talk about that shit on somewhere else, man.
Good morning. The Cook County State's Attorney's Office has not confirmed what kind of action will be taken today, but according to the Fraternal Order of Police, it's about the Good morning. The Cook County State's Attorney's Office has not confirmed what kind of action will be taken today, but according to the Fraternal Order of Police, it's about the dismissal of charges for the third defendant in the 2011 murder case. Now, according to the Fraternal Order of Police President John Catanzara, the Cook County State's Attorney's Office has notified Officer Clifton Lewis's family that they intend to no longer prosecute against the third and final defendant, Alex Villa, who was charged in the off-duty murder. Villa was convicted in 2019. The other two defendants, Edgardo Colon and Tyrone Clay, have already had their charges dropped and walked free last year. It's a case clouded by misconduct by prosecutors.
It's not surprising that Kim Foxx is going to do something ridiculous, like release a cop killer before walking out the door. Not surprising to many of us, but we're certainly going to do everything we can on behalf of Cliff's family and his memory to try and stop that from happening.
Villa's court is scheduled for 9 o'clock this morning. Reporting live from the Cook County Courthouse, Christine Flores, WGN News.
Hey, to make a long story short, he coming home, man. He coming home. Kim Foxx, let him out of jail. I'm telling you, man. Kim Foxx, bro. She a motherfucker.
Chicago police this midday also searching for the person who shot a 14-year-old in the city's Auburn Gresham neighborhood last night.
The teenager was rushed to Comer Children's Hospital. Eric Rung is there live with the very latest on this. Eric?
Yeah, good morning. At last check, the 14-year-old boy was in critical condition here at the hospital. He was shot around 7:30 last night.
It's a terrible sight to see a child's backpack, clear backpack, and shell casing markers at the same place at the same time. But unfortunately, when a child is on their way from school, was shot today, a 14-year-old was shot multiple times and is now fighting for his life.
Chicago police responded to the 7800 block of South Marshfield on reports that a person had been shot. It appears that a number of shots were fired. The 14-year-old was hit multiple times. Police have not released any type of description of the suspect or suspects that they are looking for. I checked in with Pastor Donovan Price this morning. He has been in contact with the boy's family and says that they are with him here at the hospital. He is also waiting on an updated condition. Now, once again, no one is in custody in connection.
Well, the boy is died. He died. So I can tell y'all that. He died, man. Y'all better get y'all kids, man. They died.
When you hear those shots, you never forget them. And it haunts you.
Police say they have the person responsible in custody this evening. Brona Tumulty is live in Edgewater with that story. Brona.
Good evening. Yeah, the victim is a man in his 30s, and the female suspect was quickly taken into police custody here at the scene. The whole thing happening early this morning on a northbound Red Line train, but it all got stuck here at Thorndale.
We got a train stop just north of Winona and Foster, and there's people screaming. I'll let you know.
The alarm was raised before 9 this morning of a shooting on board a CTA Red Line train. And though there was some initial confusion about which train was affected,
there's two trains, one north, one south at Thorndale. So we got to walk over to one of these trains.
It soon became clear it was a northbound one, stopped near the Thorndale station in Edgewater.
The train is being evacuated. Passengers walking on the tracks northbound. We got a person shot coming in from a mail caller. Says third car from the rear of train
male shot in the shoulder.
Inside the train car, police say a 23-year-old woman approached a 33-year-old man, allegedly spat on him, started an argument, and then whipped out a gun, shooting the victim in the shoulder. It's not clear if the pair knew each other.
What the fuck, man? Hold on, man. Hold on, bro. Hold on, y'all, man. Hold on, man. Did the lady just say she whipped it out? Is the news going? Hey, the news try to be like us on YouTube now. Hold on, man. I gotta listen to this shit one more time.
Passengers walking on the tracks northbound. We got a person shot coming in from a male caller. Says third car from the rear of train. Male shot in the shoulder.
Inside the train car, police say a 23-year-old woman approached a 33-year-old man, allegedly spat on him, started an argument, and then whipped out a gun, shooting the victim in the shoulder. It's not clear if the pair knew each other, but she was arrested on scene, whilst the victim was transported to St. Francis Hospital in Evanston.
Am I comfortable taking my car out and being carjacked, or taking the train and watching something happen there?
Julie Keating has lived in the neighbourhood a long time and tells us it's hard to know these days if she's safer on private or public transport.
I feel no options are safe. I've lived in this neighborhood 20 years. I heard the shooting and the teenager at Sen. When you hear those shots, you never forget them, and it haunts you.
She's talking about the nearby shooting outside Sen High School that happened back in January and claimed the life of a teenager while wounding 2 others. But shooting incidents in this area, the 24th Police District, are actually down year to date by 3%. Today's incident, though, was on the train itself, which is Chicago Transit Authority property, so those numbers are a little different. According to CPD, year to date, there have been 1,341 incidents classified under CTA, property damage or violent crime. During the same period in 2023, there were 1,289 such crimes, constituting a comparative 4% increase.
So the lady spit on dude. Hey, he get up. You spit on me, and then she just whip out her pipe and just shoot him, man. That's crazy, man. It's getting dangerous. Y'all make sure y'all be safe out there, man. Not only is they spitting on you, they shooting you too. Yeah, that's crazy right there. That's crazy right there. Let me see. I'm trying to find this one more segment. Hold on. WGN. Happy hump day. Fuck is hump. Sound like some Diddy shit to me, my boy. Telling another nigga happy hump day. Oh, I get it. Hump day to the hump means grind, right?
This is sapient. Digital is in our DNA. For 30 years, we've helped the world.
18-year-old boy is charged with shooting and killing a mail carrier.
Prosecutors say the teen later returned to the crime scene. WGN's Angelica Sanchez is live outside the juvenile court.
Y'all didn't hear what this lady just said, man. This is what I tell you about kids, bro. Not only did he kill the lady, but he went back to the crime scene after he killed the lady. Whoever sent them off, man, y'all all finna go federal, bro. I'm just telling you. Whoever sent that little boy off to go and kill that lady, y'all ass going federal. Whoever was driving, you going to jail for the rest of your life. Whoever was in the back seat, the front seat, the engine, y'all ass going to jail.
House with these disturbing details. Angelica?
Our top local story this afternoon, a 15-year-old boy is charged with shooting and killing a mail carrier.
Prosecutors say the teen later returned to the crime scene. WGN's Angelica Sanchez is live outside the juvenile courthouse with these disturbing details. Angelica?
That's why our prosecutors say that the teen's cell phone shows that he was following the victim's delivery route prior to the shooting. This comes as unionized postal workers across the country are demanding more be done for the safety of employees. A 15-year-old boy stands in front of a judge, now charged with first-degree murder. He's accused of fatally shooting 48-year-old USPS letter carrier Octavia Redmond back in July. Prosecutors say the boy was dressed in all black the day of the shooting and that he went to the home of a witness to change his shoes. His cell phone shows he was texting someone Redmond's delivery route and location before getting out of a stolen white Durango to shoot her multiple times. The shooting was captured on home surveillance.
Right now, we're calling on action for safety, more safety, protection for letter carriers while we're out here.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy as hell, man. So look, when he was at the house minding his business, we know this for a fact because he go right here. So whoever texted him and told him, come on, it's that time. She on her route in the hundreds. This 70th and Campbell right here, with this car right here. 70th and Campbell. So they went all the way from 70th and Campbell to 120th and West Pullman. Whoever did that shit, y'all going to jail. Whoever picked them up, going to the feds on everything, bro. She a post office lady. Whoever sent the hit, going to jail.
To shoot her multiple times. The shooting was captured on home surveillance.
Right now, we're calling on action for safety, more safety, protection for letter carriers while we're out here. We should not have to face the difficult task of ever wondering, if I come to work, will I return home to my family?
This arrest comes as American Postal Worker Union members across the country are calling attention to working conditions. At a rally in Roseland, where Redmond served as an employee, they spoke on the need for increased safety measures, including the need for postal police officers to follow employees while they are out making deliveries.
It is sad that we are facing attacks. Since 2020, there's been over 2,000 attacks on postal employees. Over 150 since 2022 in the Chicago district alone, resulting in the death of Octavia Redmond, Sister Redmond, and about 4 other people across the country.
Meantime, the judge overseeing the teen's case says he was out on juvenile release at the time of the crime for an attempted burglary in February. A warrant had been issued for him in May because he could not be located. The teen was arrested by U.S. Marshals in Cedar, Iowa on that outstanding warrant. We learned the gun used in the shooting has already been connected to a separate battery case. The teen's father was present via Zoom, telling the judge, quote, "He just doesn't stay put." When the teen started crying in court, the judge asked why, but the teen didn't answer. Now, the teen is being held in custody. The victim's family.
It's too late to stay put, motherfucker. You done killed that lady for nothing. And ran his ass to Iowa. God damn, man. And somebody got that 250. Somebody collected that 250, man. They got the tip. That's how he got caught in Iowa. Somebody in Iowa, whoever he was hanging around, he must have told that he did that shit to that post office lady. And they called motherfucking the postal service and they got that. They getting that money. He in jail. They getting that money. They said 250 for the shooter. They getting that money. Somebody finna be balling like a motherfucker in Iowa.
It was here present in court, but declined to comment. The teen will be back in court in November for a status hearing. Reporting live outside the juvenile courthouse, Angelica Sanchez, WGN News.
All right, thank you, Angelica.
Oh man, I gotta go to Philly,
No.
man. This bitch evil in Philly.
Talk to a person.
Running a business is hard. But with AWeber,
Come on,
your
man.
email
All that goof ass shit. Man, where the fuck the thing at? Man, I just seen some shit in Philly. Well, a girl. Back. Hold on. Hey, y'all know what I'm talking about? Man, oh, here it go right here. Dirty bitch. She look like
The search is on for a
30.
woman accused of shooting a man she met on social media. We're live with the latest on the investigation. Plus, the death toll is growing and the devastation is that celebrates sports. It's one of the largest collections of memorabilia in the nation, and it's just a quick.
Come on, man.
And the devastation she met.
Here you go.
Rick, as police search for this suspect, they are warning the public that she should be considered armed and dangerous. They say she allegedly shot a man she met on social media after he came to her neighborhood. This is 20-year-old Vanessa Greystone, considered armed and dangerous, wanted in connection with the shooting Monday in East Mount Airy. Police say it happened in this alley off of the 1500 block of East Johnson Street around 5 p.m. The victim, a 29-year-old man, initially told police he was making a food delivery.
Thought he was finna get some coochie. Oh, and that thing got some bullets. Hey, y'all better stop thinking with y'all better start thinking with y'all head and not with y'all head, man. Don't let it go over your head either.
Sources tell Action News that's not true. It was a social media meetup gone wrong. Investigators found 6 spent shell casings, most at the opening of the driveway where the victim was found. Ezra Walliser heard the shots.
Heard 3 shots, turn around, I see 2 legs sticking out from underneath the front of his car.
Walliser says the victim screamed for help. Several people called 911. Officers scooped the victim and brought him to Einstein Medical Center, where he's in critical condition.
To see something like this happen, it's just really, sad to see that, that's what our world is coming to.
Stanley Stalker said his first reaction when he heard the shots was to make sure his teenage son was safe.
But I am sad that, it's happening in our neighborhood and where children are walking and, it's just not safe. So we're just, hoping things just get better.
Yeah, man. Hey, stop meeting motherfuckers on Facebook, man, on them apps, man. Stop meeting people on them apps and all that goofy shit. All right, y'all. Before we get into Puffy, the new charges and shit, we gonna talk about Lil J. We're gonna talk about Lil J real quick. Lil J pleaded guilty. Lil J pleaded guilty to all the federal charges that he was charged with. I think they dropped the domestic and probably just charged him with the weapon. And his lawyer asked for 30 to 38 months. And Lil J been locked up for 2 years. So that's 24 months. Plus the good time. He should be, halfway housebound or something like that. He should be coming home. He'll be coming home. So yeah. He wanted his fans to know that. He wanted them to know that. His people hit me up and told me to let everybody know that Lil J will be coming home, man. So for what it's worth, man. I mean, I enjoy it, man. To laugh or two. You know what I'm talking about. I really don't listen. I don't listen to their music. Like he got to make a "Oh So Arrogant" or some shit for me to listen to that shit again. Like I don't listen to their music, but like far as the interviews and shit, I'm pretty sure y'all gonna die laugh too when Lil J get out. So I mean, yeah, we'll see though. But yeah, Lil J, he pleaded guilty, and his lawyer asked for 30 months. So if the judge gave him 30 months and he got 24 months, he got 24 months in plus good time, he should be coming home. He better come out and come clean about himself. Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. If the boy, if he come clean, if Lil J come clean, Lil J could be bigger than Lil Durk. Cause then you know they gonna have Sassy Santana, Saucy Santana. They gonna get all them in his video then. Give him a nice bag for an interview. Oh man, Lil J probably want 20,000, 30,000. I ain't got that. I'll tell my own story. Last time Lil J said he doing 5 interviews for $20,000. I ain't give him no $20,000. Fuck that. DJU never could get it. But I'm gonna make some money off whatever he say on that interview. You pay him and we all eat. Some of these interviews need to be going around asking people, hey man, I'm finna interview what's the name, man? You got something on this interview? Ain't no way in the hell somebody should be eating more than you off your interview. Yeah, Lil J should come clean though. It's about that time, man. 65 Lil Mike won't get back, man. 65 Lil Mike won't get back. Hey, you feel me, Captain Sanders? Man, I ain't finna pay no $20,000 when I can get a couple thousand off what he say off the interview. And then the interviewer, he lost $20,000. You feel me? Fuck that. Mama ain't raised no fools, man. She might have been high. But you know, a person who high, they can tell you the realest shit and teach you a real lesson. Hey, y'all, what Lil J get out and be like, it wasn't me. Was you called on the camera? It wasn't me. Did you choke up Big Red? It wasn't me. He definitely gonna say it wasn't him. That's still my boy, though. Yeah, 6'5" Lil Mike. I guess he got to get back for the young lady who got killed who was with him. I don't know. If it was me, if I was 6'5" Lil Mike, I'll run. I'm still alive. My ops, all of them broke. So I can go out of town and get some real money and have more money than them. And then get on live and be like, I'm making money than y'all. Y'all broke. I'm still alive. I don't know what's wrong with these niggas, man. Hey, you can only try to help somebody though, bro. Sometimes the story didn't end just for another ending, another way. If a nigga try to take him out with his kids, with his sister and brother in the car, man, and try to wipe you out right in front of your sister and brother, bro, they don't give a fuck about you, bro. You ain't got no homies. Nigga try to take him out right in front of his sister and brother, bro. I'll be gone, bro. I'll be going to the hospital out of town. My doctor's appointment is to be in Texas or Arizona some motherfucking well. See, niggas be thinking when you move, then you running. No, you ain't running, bro. You ain't running. That's part of the war. Sometimes you gotta retreat, man. You gotta go back and build this shit back up. You know? Lil J coming home, Butter went to jail. I would have loved to see Lil J and Butter on the couch together. I would have loved that, man. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to find the best one. Definitely don't want to watch that one. We're going to watch this one. Hold on, y'all. Shit.
As they speak. As many of you know, our law firm has been at the forefront of some of the most important litigation in the United States.
To say, Smurf.
We like the tough cases. We thrive in the complicated cases. We've handled over the last 25 years some very big and very important cases. I believe that this one may surpass them all. There are many facets to this. The conduct we will describe today occurred over more than 20 years. There are many people and many entities involved. And we're going to follow this evidence wherever it takes us. We will find the silent accomplices. We will expose the enablers who enabled this conduct behind closed doors. We will pursue this matter no matter who the evidence implicates. These brave victims who have stepped forward deserve nothing less. The biggest secret in the entertainment industry that really wasn't a secret at all has finally been revealed to the world. The wall of silence has now been broken, and victims are coming forward. Our team has had at this point more than 3,285 individuals contact us with people claiming to have been victimized by Sean Combs.
That's a lot of motherfuckers, man. That's like all his parties. That's like everybody who went to his party. Yeah, he fucked.
After vetting, we now represent 120 individuals who intend to bring civil claims in civil court against Sean Diddy Combs, as well as claims against many other individuals and entities that we will name as defendants as we file these individual cases. And you should know, to the extent the clients feel comfortable, we also intend to make these individuals available to the authorities, specifically to the FBI. And you should also know a few of them have already been spoken to by the FBI. Now, before we discuss the nature of the claims and claimants themselves, let me comment on the large volume of calls we have received since our first announcement. Even before the indictment of Sean Combs, we had received a small volume of calls and had screened a handful of cases. After the indictment of Sean Combs and the announcement that we were pursuing these claims, the floodgates opened. People who wouldn't otherwise, for a variety of reasons, are now stepping forward to make their voices heard and to pursue justice. But no, most of these people are scared. They fear backlash in their communities. They fear backlash in their own families. They are afraid of retaliation from the perpetrators and their associates. They are rightly afraid for their own personal safety. I expect that through this process, many powerful people will be exposed. Many dirty secrets will be revealed. We know what we are potentially up against. And as is always the case in situations like this, when a celebrity is involved, people can be downright mean and nasty. You would be shocked at the length fans will go, no matter the evidence to the contrary, to defend celebrities they love. I mean, there's a reason for this word fans. They're fanatics. I've personally already been threatened multiple times on social media. And when I agreed to pursue this, I expected as much. This isn't my first rodeo. But victims who step forward to have their voices heard should not be subjected to that kind of conduct. They should not be targeted. I want to say this, and I want to be clear about it. Although we are vetting each call as stringently as we can, I always start with a mindset that I believe victims. I believe victims because I understand the tremendous courage it takes to step forward. So if you're watching this, please hear me. If you're out there and you have been victimized, you are not alone. There is a great strength in numbers.
Hey, don't nobody on my channel. Y'all better not be writing down that number and shit. I see that number in the background, big as hell. Motherfuckers thinking in Chicago. However, did me and Lil J and Buddy them go? On 2 car, I remember us going that line like a motherfucker. Hey, somebody send that number to Butter. Send that number to Butter.
Numbers. You can seek redress. You can obtain justice. We can help you, and we will help you. That being said, as stated, we are vetting every call that we receive. We have had to turn away some. For each, we ask for corroboration. For each, we ask for the identity of witnesses. We also have collected pictures, videos, texts. We check venues, we check dates. We want to corroborate that the claims being made have legitimacy and merit. We have on staff now.
Go and follow him, y'all.
From the
That's the hottest shorty out, man.
Of Houston Police Department.
Go and follow him, bro. He's hot on the music. He hot.
We're using our common sense. We're being stringent because, as I said, these are not easy cases. They're very tough. The process is hard, and in some cases, the process is very lengthy. These cases are hard to prove. Many times, it's the victim's word against the alleged perpetrator. Each of these victims will no doubt be publicly attacked by the alleged perpetrators, and in some cases, the general public. The feckless and cowardly keyboard warriors love to attack. We know what we're up against. We did not enter this fray blindly. I wish it was my last such fray. I wish this type of behavior wasn't so pervasive, but it is what it is, so we will press on.
Hold on, man. Hold on, y'all. So now they saying it's saying that it's more than 3,000 people that came forward so far. This is just the beginning. So I'm going to say it's really like 5,000-6,000 people that's going to say that Diddy then fuck them over. He ain't never coming home. Diddy ain't never coming home. He'll never get, only thing he going to spend his money, he going to spend his money in jail. He going to live like a kingpin in jail. Real food. He got man now already, so baby oil on commissary, he got that. He's still in heaven right now, though. Putting them in jail is like right now where he at with man is like him having another Diddy a party. You got to put that nigga by himself. He got to do the whole life sentence by himself. Never see nobody.
As I said, our law firms have been retained by 120 individuals at this point to pursue cases in civil court against Sean Diddy Combs. You should know, in this group,
his way out of due page.
It is evenly divided between males and females. There are 60 males and 60 females who have joined us to pursue these claims as plaintiffs. In this group, 62% identify as African American, 30% are white, and the remainder are Hispanic or Asian. The victims are from more than 25 states. The majority are from California, New York, Georgia, and Florida. I don't want to focus on the ages of these victims. When we talk about the ages of the victims when the conduct occurred, it's shocking.
Damn.
Our youngest victim at the time of the occurrence was 9 years old.
Damn.
We have an individual who was 14 years old. We have one who was 15.
Hold on, man.
25.
Hold on, man. Puffy through, bro. Hold on, man. I thought we was talking about grown people, man. I thought we was talking about adults, man, who was saying this shit. Hold on, bro. Hold on. I gotta listen over to this. Let me run it back, man. I'm a little high right now, y'all. So, I'm off some guava punch or whatever that shit called, man. Hold on.
Complained of is very wide. The conduct at issue spans from the years 1991 all the way till this year, 2024. If you wonder why the ages of these victims, when we talk about the ages of the victims when the conduct occurred, it's shocking. Our youngest victim at the time of the occurrence was 9 years old. We have an individual who was 14 years old.
Yeah, he threw.
We have one who was 15. 25 of the 120 individuals who are plaintiffs in these cases were minors at the time of the acts.
Man, that nigga finna get 100-some years, man.
The time frame of the acts complained of is very wide. The conduct at issue spans from the years 1991 all the way till this year, 2024.
Damn.
If you wonder why there are so many alleged victims, that's your answer. We're talking about more than 25 years of this type of conduct. Now, although most of the victims who have stepped forward were victimized after 2015, this has been going on for a very long time. Now, when you think about the fact that some of this conduct occurred 25 years ago, and you wonder why would it take somebody so long to step forward, I want to remind you that many states in the United States have recognized that it's very difficult for a victim to step forward and to make these types of allegations when something very terrible has happened to them. I'll use New York, the state of New York, as an example. The state of New York has specific statutes in place that revive claims that are even claims that would typically be not able to be brought, that it revives such claims, and they can be brought even 25 to 30 years later. Because there's a recognition there in New York and California and other states that it's very difficult for a victim to come forward. And I would respectfully suggest the only reason many of these people are coming forward because they see other victims coming forward. And it gives them some comfort that, hey, I won't be the only one. And I expect more victims will come forward. You know, there's an old saying that says, a lie has great speed, but truth has endurance. The acts complained of in these cases that we're going to file occurred primarily in New York, either Manhattan or the Hamptons, or occurred in California, primarily in Los Angeles, or in Florida, primarily in Miami. Most of these events and incidents occurred at parties.
Jay-Z, all them motherfuckers, bro. Everybody, man, who been around. Hey, look, this why I say Gene Deal ass, bro. You supposed to been said something, man. They said all the way since 1991, man. All these motherfucking stories that Gene Deal got. He ain't telling us none of this shit, though. He leaving out all the kids and everything, bro. He said he want to talk about Kim Porter and Lil Rod and all that. What the fuck about Bieber them, bro? You was there watching his back when Bieber and Usher them was in his crib wrestling over cereal. Gene Deal was watching that shit. 6 in the morning, he watching Puffy and Usher wrestle over a box of fruit, a box of Frosted Flakes, man. Like, come on, man. Gene Deal know more than what he telling us, man. Gene Deal got to be one of the witnesses, man, because he bullshitting us. Either you was there with him, touching on kids and enjoying the party, like, or he just fucked you over too. Yeah, Gene Deal know more than this shit. Dude said since 1991, man, 25 kids, bro. Puffy ass done. And whoever else on them tapes through these kids we talking about. Not only was you trafficking, nigga, you trafficking minors.
Parties, typically after parties, or album release parties, New Year's Eve parties, 4th of July parties, something they called a puppy party, the all-white party. Although several of these events occurred at auditions. Many times, especially young people wanting to break into the industry, were coerced into this type of conduct.
Hey, listen, kids. Listen, kids. All that. I finna go and get on this stage and all that, man. You ain't tell us that you done had digging balls in your mouth. Trying to come back and hit my blunt. Talking about this nigga talking about he finna go on motherfucking MTV and try out for motherfucking making a band. He done motherfucker got stretched out for just to go on there. Just the interview, you had the dick and balls.
In the promise of being made a star, or in the promise of having Sean Combs listen to their tape, or even let them read for Sean Combs. You should know that some of this behavior occurred at well-known venues in New York City. Some of this behavior occurred at private residences of people that we all know.
Damn.
Some of this behavior occurred at hotels that we're all familiar with.
Some of this behavior, hey, listen to them, y'all. They giving us Blues Clues, bro. All you got to do is put it together. Listen to them. Hold on. I like this guy. He put it in, he clarified things.
City. Some of this behavior occurred at private residences of people that we all know.
Of people we all know.
Some of this behavior occurred at hotels that we're all familiar with. You should know that more than 55% of the victims filed reported this conduct to either the authorities, that is the police, or to hospitals. We're in the process of collecting with our team assistants, medical records, reports that were made to the authorities. And I've already said that some of the individuals in this group did in fact talk to the FBI. You should know that several of the individuals, and when I say several, I mean many, who did in fact seek medical treatment were drug tested, and drugs were found in their system, weird drugs that you probably never heard of. One in particular that continues to pop up is a drug called xylazine or trank, which based on our research,
he was
known as a
money and
horse tranquilizer.
motherfuckers.
Now, there's been a lot of reports that we're filing a class action. This is not a class action. Class actions when one or two people file a case on behalf of a group of people. That's not this. These cases will be individual cases. Each case will live and die on its own merit. These cases will be filed individually, one plaintiff against whoever the defendants were involved in.
Hey, yeah, bro, they ain't fucking around, bro. They get rid of Puffy. They said each person will be individual, bro, which means Puffy got a problem. He got a problem. He got victim after victim, victim after victim
in the case. Each case may be filed in one venue like California. Another case may be filed in New York. One case may sue just Sean Combs, but multiple other people. One case may sue a range of people. I would expect most, though, to be filed, as I said, thinking or hoping or perhaps believing that I may start naming names. Well, that day will come, but it won't be today. The day will come when we will name names other than Sean Combs, and there's a lot of names.
Damn.
It's a long list already. And of course, I already know who some of these individuals are, but because of the nature of this case, we're going to make damn sure that we're right before we do that. But the names that we're going to name, assuming that our investigators confirm and corroborate what we've been told, are names that will shock you. These are individual cases. There are indeed other perpetrators involved. They will be revealed when that particular individual case is ready to be filed. They already know who they are. And I'm talking here about not just the cowardly but complicit bystanders. That is, those people that we know watched this behavior occur and did nothing. And I'm talking about the people that participated, encouraged it, egged it on. They know who they are. I call them the facilitators of foul play, willing participants in vile conduct. As we identify them, each will be part of this case as defendants. These defendants will not only include individuals, but would also include corporate entities who ultimately profited off of this culture. And
hey, y'all, everybody who making music, man, hey, you ain't gonna need no record label after this hit. Hey, your shit gonna be, just put your shit on there and push. You gonna be able to get through easy, man. I'm telling you. If they take down Puff and Rock Nation and all the big motherfuckers, all them, the Rick Rosses and all them, it's gonna be a hole in music. Any motherfucker, I might start rapping now. In the middle of the night, I'll be walking in my sleep. Swipe, swipe, in the middle of the night. I'll be walking in my sleep. Swipe. Hey, y'all, hey, I'm gonna remix some shit y'all ain't heard on everything. See, I'm the type, I'm remixing No Doubt and all type of shit. Nirvana. Like, I love music, man, so I'm remixing all that shit. Once I was 7 years old, swipe. My mama told me, go make yourself some friends or you be lonely. I'm trying to tell y'all, it's finna be a hole in music, man.
Behavior. I'm looking at banks, pharmaceutical companies, hotels. We know that many of these individuals were paid cash. We know that Many of these individuals involved, whether they were the ones being assaulted and abused, or they're witnessing other people being assaulted and abused and then paid and threatened and told to leave. Typically paid 10 grand in cash and told to leave. And then threatened as they were leaving. So in addition to Sean Combs, you should know the defendants in these cases we're going to file will include anyone, of course, who engaged in the assault or exploitation, anyone who participated in such in any way, anyone who encouraged or facilitated this conduct, anyone who was in the room and watched it happen but made no effort to stop it, any venue or venue owner who was aware of what was going on but failed to stop it, any individual or entity who knew about the conduct and benefited from it but did nothing to report it or stop it, and any individual or entity who covered it up or helped cover it up. These people who know who they are should just come forward now. I would imagine, as we speak here, there are a myriad of people who are very nervous. You can't hide skeletons in the closet forever. I would expect there are many people out there right now who are desperately searching their memories as they delete their texts and data.
Hey, y'all. I got a feeling Jay-Z on that motherfucking plane right now. He on his way where Russell Simmons at, man. I think Jay-Z on the plane, y'all. Get him. There go Jay-Z. Jay-Z and Beyonce ass on the plane. I told y'all, that's why Beyonce had switched over to goddammit country music. I'm telling y'all, I knew it was for a reason. I'm like, man, why the hell Beyonce doing country music now? All of a sudden now. I knew it was the switch. Hey, B, go ahead and cross over. Just in case this shit come out, the country people gonna love you. I told y'all Superhead said that shit. Superhead said Jay-Z forced her to give him some head, man. When she said that, I said, oh, this gonna come back on Jay-Z. She said DJ Khaled was right there. Time like he got next or something. I know they going down, bro. Now DJ Khaled talking about we the best. God did it. Hell no. Hey, DJ Khaled don't want no parts of it. God did it.
Now, although these are, in fact, individual cases, there is a common theme, an MO, if you will. Typically, the victim is lured into a situation where he or she is given a drink. Typically, that drink, reported by these victims, is apparently laced with something. Once that drink takes effect, the perpetrators perform all kinds of sexual acts on the victims, many times passing him or her around as other people watch and enjoy the show, and then leave the victim ashamed, confused, injured, and wondering what happened. When the victim reaches out, he or she is told not to say anything. Sometimes there are threats of physical violence or financial repercussions or bodily harm.
All right, so listen up. State Farm was trying to charge me $197 for car insurance.
Hey, only person I think from Chicago gonna be on that Diddy tape, man, is 600 Breezy, man. I'm gonna keep it real, man. 600 Breezy been flying too many places with Diddy. I see 600 Breezy, then I see Diddy around the same area that Breezy showing. I'm just predicting the shit.
No, thank you. I got a friend who told.
The claims we intend to bring will include the following: violent sexual assault or rape, sexual abuse, facilitated sex with a controlled substance, false imprisonment, compelling prostitution, sexual misconduct, dissemination of video recordings, false imprisonment, sexual abuse of minors. Given a large volume of cases,
Fandy
given
Boy
our
got a
other docket
lawsuit. Fandy
obligations,
Boy was down there with Diddy
given
and
the fact that we want to
CPJ.
be sure when we file these cases that they are fully vetted, I expect we'll start filing these cases against Sean Combs and other perpetrators within the next 30 days. Now, it's rare You know, sexual abuse, sexual exploitation, this type of activity is pervasive in our society, and it's rare we get a chance where we can really focus on this as a country and really focus on this about how pervasive this is and what we can, as collectively can do about it. So I thought I'd take this opportunity before I go into some of the individual cases and talk about some of the individual claims being made and some of the, so you'll get a sense of what this 120 people group looks like individually. I want to bring forward Carrie Paul. She's a national victim advocate who helps victims who have been victimized by this type of conduct. And she has some important words, and I hope you'll pay close attention. I think it's important that you hear from her.
Hello, I'm Carrie Paul with the National Victim Advocate. It's not easy for any survivor to come forward. Our culture doesn't believe survivors. It blames and questions them. Instead of showing support, many choose to enable abusers. The media runs stories asking why it took so long for survivors to come forward instead of asking what barriers exist.
I ain't gonna lie, baby girl. I ain't gonna lie. If I was a judge and this shit happened in 91 and you ain't came forward and said nothing there, I'ma throw it out. I'ma tell you that on everything, bro. Like, for real. If a motherfucker harming you and you out the way and you pass 20 police stations, 1,000 police stations going to work every fucking day, like, then yeah. But Puffy fucked up, man. He got kids involved. They say he didn't have sex with kids, man. 25 kids, bro. That he didn't passed around, bro. So we gonna mark up. We gonna leave her out. I watch CSI NCI. I mean Law and Order with my wife. You know, I don't want to hear that shit. You know what I'm talking about? I just want to hear like what they got on Puffy, the facts. I don't got time to be hearing no speeches and shit. The kids was 9, 15, 9, 15, 12. Man, Puffy fucked up, man. I forgot the ages. It's 25 kids, man. 25 kids all together, man.
I want you now to hear from my co-counsel, Andrew Van Arsdale. You know, we've created a sexual abuse hotline. I want him to visit with us just a few moments about how that works and the kind of volume of calls we've received.
Thank you, Tony. Like Tony said, my name is Andrew Van Arsdale. I'm the managing partner of ABA Law Group. We have offices in California, Montana, and North Carolina. To build off of what you just so well said, it's very hard to come forward. And given what we've experienced the past 10 days is really unprecedented in my career, at least. We represent thousands of survivors of abuse. And never, ever in a 10-day period have we seen over 3,000 people come forward.
Man, this called fuck making a band. This called making an example of Puffy Combs, man. They finna make an example of him, bro. I think he gonna be bigger than Epstein, man.
Where we've confirmed and decided to investigate and represent 120 people while we're continuing to work through another 100 plus cases to prove them up, to validate what had happened here, and to hold those that are responsible accountable. And so like Tony said, we've set this up, 1-800-200-7474. I have a team of people standing by literally. If you know that this happened to someone and you have information about it, please contact us. If this happened to you, come forward.
Hey, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. Dude just tempted me, y'all. Hey, y'all, he just tempted me. He said, man, call in if you know somebody who got happened to. I know 3 individuals so far. I know Lil J, Butter, and Fendi Boy. Stevie J and Puff Daddy ran the train on Fendi Boy. We know this for a fact. And they sent him back to Chicago broke with some big draws on. And Lil J and Butter said they stole the car from 63rd and St. Lawrence, and they drove that motherfucker all the way to New York with no license or none of that. And he said they was at a Diddy party, him and Lil J, and Lil J was in the room with them, and they was running around naked with Speedos on everything. That's what Butter said, y'all. I'm dead serious. I ain't making this shit up. Butter said this shit. Butter said he was at Diddy house with Lil J. But he tried to put it like he ain't nothing happened to him. But he said, man, I don't even want to tell my mom. He said I had to call my mama and tell my mama what happened. That's what Butter said. Whatever happened, man, it fucked Butter up. Because Butter said he had to call his mama. Basically, what I'm trying to say, y'all, should I call the number and tell them that I know 3 people that should go on that list? I'm just saying, y'all. I'll do that tomorrow for a video, man. I got to call in for my peers, man. Rakeem Wilton, Jeff McGraw, and Juro, whatever his name is. We'll find out, man. I got to call, though. Hey, that I wouldn't be real if I don't call, though. Think about it, though. He said, if I know somebody, let me rewind it so y'all can get it, so y'all won't say I'm clout chasing. The man just told me, bro.
In my career, at least, we represent thousands of survivors of abuse. And never, ever in a 10-day period have we seen over 3,000 people come forward where we've confirmed and decided to investigate and represent 120 people while we're continuing to work through another 100 plus cases to prove them up, to validate what had happened here, and to hold those that are responsible accountable. And so like Tony said, we've set this up. It's 1-800-200-7474. I have a team of people standing by literally. If you know that this happened to someone and you have information about it,
Church's
please
News,
contact us.
I know who
If
happened
this
to.
happened to you,
It ain't happened to
come
me.
forward. There's a attorney-client privilege here. What?
I think Butter might want to join in, man. Butter might get out of cell an extra hour, man.
Protect you. And the other thing that I want to say is the pattern and practice of this.
On Tuka, he grabbed my left nut.
Over 30 plus years.
That nigga Butter something else, man.
The same sort of events happening. People thrust into the circle reportedly, and horrible things happening to them as a result. And from talking to these people that have come forward these past 10 days, I can tell you unequivocally that because the federal government did what it needed to do and indicted this man, that they put him in jail and a judge kept him in jail. They tell me directly, this validates my feelings. For so long, I thought it was my fault. What is it about me that put myself in that scenario? What was I wearing at the time? What did I do to be subjected to such horrific treatment at these people that I was trying to trust? Well, we know now it was not your fault. You were victimized by a group of powerful people that operated for 30 plus years, taking advantage of their wealth and the power that they held within the music industry. So again, thank you to every single person that has come forward and contacted our office over the past 10 days. If you or someone you know suffered the same sort of treatment, please contact us at the number behind me and we will help you. Thank you.
Hey, did you know you might get a big cash payout if you were in a car accident in the last year?
Your call may be recorded for call quality assurance purposes. Thank you for calling the Sean P. Diddy Combs Abuse Helpline. This call is being recorded. We understand the strength and courage it takes to come forward. Any information you provide will be kept completely confidential. but we expect full honesty in order to properly assist you with your potential case. By staying on the line, you agree to provide accurate information to the best of your knowledge under penalty of perjury. Please hold for the next available representative.
I can't do that. Butter might be lying. I can't do that. Butter might be lying about. I can't do it, y'all. Butter might be lying. They said perjury, some shit like that. He might be lying, man.
Yep. Even if you.
I think it speaks to how important this issue is in the United States and frankly, internationally, that we have reputable people here that want to provide kind of information that I think victims need to hear, witnesses need to hear, the public needs to hear. Let me introduce to you now Olivia Rivers from the Texas Association Against Sexual Assault, and let her visit with you a few moments about these types of cases.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Q Olivia Rivers. I am just served my 6th year as the board chair for the Texas Association Against Sexual Assault. I'm also the CEO for the Bridge Over Troubled Waters, which is a local rape crisis center here in the Houston area. So thank you for being here as we address these heinous crimes. Sexual assault is not just a crime of violence against the body. It's an assault on the very essence of human dignity and safety. It shatters lives, it destroys confidence, and all too often.
Smash that like button for me, y'all.
Finding acne-friendly skincare just got easier. Curology, clear skin starts here.
In the filings that you say are coming, specifically, you mentioned a 9-year-old boy. Can you tell us about what you know?
Let's remember, we're talking about allegations. We're going to file a public filing where the allegation is going to be that a 9-year-old child was sexually assaulted allegedly by Sean Combs and several others. This young man now is very compelling, incredibly believable, and his story is corroborated by his parents. And that will be one of the cases that will be filed. But of the 120, there are 25 that were minors at the time the incidents occurred.
Are those minors all adults now?
Yes.
They're all adults now. Okay. And I want to go back to the 9-year-old boy for a second. If he is filing this lawsuit, will it also lead to possible criminal prosecution?
I hope so.
Will you turn over information?
We're going to make any client that and, each of them, just their testimony alone is evidence. But any client that is willing, I'm going to encourage them to speak to the authorities.
You mentioned you're going to name names in these lawsuits. Will there be celebrity names?
I expect so, yes.
As of now, do you have celebrity names?
I do.
Do you also have corporations?
I do.
What will be the reaction, you believe, when these names come out?
I think people are going to be shocked. I think people already are suspecting some of the names that you might see. I think some of them will be shocking, though. And let's not forget that a lot of these parties, whether it be after parties, white parties, whatever the parties were, these were well known. A lot of people really were jockeying to go to these parties. These were parties where a lot of well-known people attended, and so there's venues involved.
Man, I bet you, man, Jay-Z, LeBron, Chris Brown, all the motherfucking Trey Songz. I'm telling y'all, man, everybody who got music, this your time, man. Build up your catalog right now. Cause when they say them names, it's gonna be a whole hole in music, bro. Drill might not die now because it's Puff Daddy goof ass.
Hotels involved. I think that there will be individuals who had parties at their residences, people that you'll know, people that attended the parties that watched some of this behavior occur and stood by and let it happen. When it happened again and never said a word about it, and in fact hushed it. There's a real culture of silence surrounding all of this. When I said that this was the most well-known secret in the industry, the general public didn't know it was happening, but I think many people within the entertainment industry were aware of some of the things that were going on, or had heard rumors, or had been in the presence of some of this conduct. So, as far as the reaction, I already believe that people are looking closely at their own social media, scrubbing their social media, probably looking at their data on their phones, likely searching their memories. I bet there are a lot of very nervous people who know things that will eventually be part of the public sphere.
Can you tell me now, is there evidence against any major celebrities that you have? And is there anyone that you can name at this moment?
I'm not going to name anybody right now, but I do have evidence.
Have you had a chance to actually see any videos or text messages or other kind of correspondence that kind of corroborate these stories?
All of the above, yes. And not for all 120 clients. I asked for corroboration. What texts, video, pictures, give me dates, venues, give me witnesses. And, we do that. We go through that process. And that's what we're doing.
Have you seen things that have shocked you?
Yeah, I have.
What kind of conduct, though, can you tell us about that you've heard from? As you hear these stories over and over again, what are you hearing?
I've kind of put it in two different buckets. One bucket is young people trying to break into the industry who are coerced, promised things, pressured, in some cases physically assaulted, and then threatened. In other cases, the allegation, which is probably the more common allegation, is, at some party, somebody reaches out, sees somebody on the street, or sees somebody in the hotel lobby, or sees somebody in the crowd at a show, and somebody from Mr. Combs' entourage reaches out to that person and invites them to an after party. In order to stay, it's told you must drink this drink, and then they can't remember anything, or their memory is hazy from thereafter, and they wake up the next morning injured, and there's drugs in their system. And so that's a pretty common allegation that's been made.
Can you tell me some of the things that is happening to these people?
It's just the most egregious kind of conduct you can think about, and those are the allegations that are being made, and I think that's pretty consistent with what the criminal indictment lays forth.
There is a fear, especially in Hollywood, for people who just went to these parties and now could be connected to these allegations. What happens to someone who, I'm sure because they're famous, they walk into this party and they witness this and then they leave?
Check out all of our.
Yeah, man, he going on a straight campaign, man. Diddy
digital coupons on the My County Market app. Tons of great penny pincher.
Will they be part of this lawsuit? Because people will know their name.
Do I intend to name in a lawsuit every person that attended a party? No, that would be foolish. I'm not going to do that. Am I going to name people that facilitated, encouraged, participated in? I'm absolutely going to do that.
There's been a real fear in the past that you would be blackballed in the industry, or maybe that there might be tampering by Diddy, or someone could even show up at your house or on your door. But it seems like this is a watershed moment when you get that many calls, when you have this many people coming to you. Is this a game-changing moment for the music industry and for celebrities?
I hope so. I really hope so. I hope that it is. These folks are scared. These victims are scared. Even now, Sean Combs is behind bars. His bail has been denied twice. I think that the indictment, the arrest, the bail denial obviously led to giving people the courage to come forward. I think the other lawsuits that have been filed, that have been reported about, have also given people, at least some comfort to come forward. I think what we did today will give other people the courage to come forward, not just people who were victimized. I'm also very interested in people who are witnesses. That's super important to me. And also anybody, let's say you're a celebrity and you were at one of these events and you saw something, you feel like you should have said something, or you wish you'd have said something. I'd like to hear from those folks as well. I mean, this is a time for a public airing of this, and let's make it part of the national dialogue, and let's make sure that everybody who has involvement, that we know who that is and what their involvement was. And I think all of that is good for those that were victimized and their recovery.
Mr. Combs' lawyers responded to the allegations that were laid out in your press conference, and they said they can't answer every baseless lawsuit. What is your response to that?
Well, I think that's right. But the good news for them is that when we file the lawsuit, we're going to make sure they know who the plaintiff is. And the next thing they'll say is, well, we don't remember that plaintiff. And then I will say, I'm sure you don't, because there's so many of them. I've been down this road before. So, you know, I understand how it works. I understand the public defense they will make, and we'll address it in due course.
Do you have a locked-in date that you will drop? You're saying 30 days, but do you have a locked-in date, or will these come any day now? We could start getting these lawsuits.
It could be in the next week. I expect we'll file, you know, a series that we may file 3 or 4 at a time. You know, it just depends on how fast we can do the work that needs to be done to make sure the case is done in the right way.
You ain't gotta be the one that judge shit. They going down, goddamn it. He got a lot of people against him, brother. And then they got Diddy. They got Diddy fucking blowing. They said Diddy blew up a car, or he had somebody blow up a car. Like, come on, man.
At Viberg, we're experts in small business insurance. For your industry, crunch the numbers with our nerdy mathematical.
Sean Diddy Combs is accused of abusing after the rapper was arrested September 16th for charges of sex trafficking, racketeering, and transportation to engage in prostitution. 120 people have come forward to accuse the 54-year-old of sexual assault, including more than 24 who were allegedly minors at the time. In an October 1st press conference per NBC News, Tony Busby, an attorney representing the new group of accusers, said 25 of the accusers were minors at the time of the alleged incidents, with some occurring as early as 1991. The attorney further alleged that one of the accusers was just 9 years old at the time that they were assaulted by Combs. The numerous allegations Busby noted included violent sexual assault or rape, facilitated sex with a controlled substance, dissemination of video recordings, and sexual abuse of minors. Busby, who said 3,000 people have come forward with accusations against Combs, did not specify the extent of the alleged abuse against the minors included in the planned lawsuit. The attorney added that he plans to continue to file lawsuits in various states within the next 30 days. Busby said of the accusers who have come forward, 62% identify as African American and mostly hail from New York, California, Georgia, and Florida. He added, "It's a long list already, but because of the nature of this case, we are going to make sure, damn sure, that we are right before we do that."
Yeah, my boy Diddy Bob fucked. Jay-Z, man, you might as well come out, man. You might as well come out, my boy.
In
Man, Diddy ain't gonna get touched in jail, man. Diddy got a fucking $1 billion, man. Diddy a billionaire in jail. Long as that money can surface around, man, Diddy straight, bro. You gotta remember, jail, most of the niggas broke. They ain't touch R. Kelly. They definitely ain't gonna touch Diddy.
Can do you level one's like level five's a bit.
Gene Deal.
My guy, Gene Deal, man. Happy to have you back, my man. Gotta ask you about your boy Diddy. How you feel about this lawyer named Tony Busby? He's saying that he got over 120 victims.
I believe it when I see it in the court documents. I believe it when I see it, on court television. I believe it. I believe it, bruh, because I don't believe it. I don't believe not 120 people, bruh. They just opening the floodgates. This is crazy, bruh. 120 people. I don't believe it, man. First and foremost, they would have to do a lot of interviews and interrogations on these people. Talk with them when, where, why, how. Do you ever think he ever gonna have a hearing? Is he ever gonna go to court?
Yeah,
You know how
Gene
long it
nervous
would
now.
take to interview
Gene nervous.
120
He changing
people
his stand now.
on a essay case? That's a lot of interviewing, bro. That's not happening. There's no way in this earth that that they say 120 people was victimized by this dude.
Yeah, Gene
It's
nervous.
no way. I don't believe it. They probably don't believe it. I think they just opened the floodgates or something like that. How did they get 120 people to come forward this quick?
He didn't really go into detail like that. He just said that it was 120 people, including minors. But he did say one of the minors gave Diddy fellatio.
Oh my God. Man, listen here. And he trying to get bail, he trying to come home. Nah, if any of that is halfway true, bro, I don't know what the hell to think. All I know is that there's no way in hell that they got 120 some people ready to come to court and sue them. Listen, what they're gonna do? A class action lawsuit? They're gonna put them all together in one bundle and sue him, his companies, everything? Because they can't sue them individually. Because if you sue them, I don't think there's enough money to sue 120 people to sue him individually. So it's crazy that I just don't believe, bro. And that's hard to fathom. 120 people that came forward outside the 50 people that was last week, or that's with.
Nah, this is one lawyer with 120 people.
So that's 170 people all together, bro. It's no way. It can't be that much sexual assault in the world. It's no way. What was that? Who was one of the mass rapists of all time? He outdid Jack the Ripper. He outdid Jack the Ripper, man. The Boston Strangler. He just don't have no bodies that we know about. That's crazy, man. I don't believe that, Mighty. I really don't. I don't think that you can legitimately get 120 people to say that Sean John Combs molested them. I don't believe that.
So you don't believe it, you personally? Because I mean, Diddy, he has been throwing parties since the 90s.
But you talking about somebody saying that he sexually assaulted them. What do they consider sexually assault? They had to go there and see and speak with the people and interview them and see if, they may consider some of that being consensual. They may think some of the people don't have a case. What if somebody say he touched my butt? He pat me on my butt. That could have been an accident. He brushed up against me. We don't know what these people are saying. On this one, bruh, I'm giving Puff
Yeah,
the
man. He
benefit of
done
the
put out
doubt.
so many stories about
I'm
Puff,
just giving
bro.
him,
Now he
I'm
don't
just
believe.
going, I'm gonna throw it out the window. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. I don't believe 120 people, he sexually assaulted 120 people. And they have these people as legitimate witness and legitimate cases against them. I'm gonna go with that, man.
Yeah, and the same lawyer, he came out with a hotline for the victims.
They got a hotline, bro.
Yeah, it's a hotline you can call.
I don't believe that. A hotline? My man, listen to me. Do they have a hotline or the federal government have a hotline? Because the federal government didn't have a hotline since FEMA. And nobody put a hotline out on the Catholic Church when the Catholic Church molested those little boys. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody put a hotline on a WWF when they was Vince McMahon and them was doing their thing to their co-workers and everything like that. They got a hotline on Diddy, man.
Yeah, it's a number out there. We can call it right now. I think I seen it on 50 page. You got your phone on you? We can call it right now.
Man, I keep my phone on me. You don't go. That's like American Express. You don't leave home without your phone. What's the number, man?
1-800 200 7474.
How you get this number, bro?
No, it's online.
Your call may be recorded for call quality assurance purposes. Thank you for calling the Sean P. Diddy Abuse Helpline. This call is being recorded and your responses will be recorded exactly as you state them and reviewed by our staff and legal counsel. The information you provide is very important should you have a case.
Yeah, he's
You
scared
may
than a
be asked to
motherfucker.
verify your responses by affidavit, so your complete honesty is crucial. If you agree to provide accurate information to the best of your knowledge under penalty of perjury, please press 1. Otherwise, please disconnect the phone call now.
Man, get out of here. Oh my God. My man, they didn't have a hotline for the Catholic priests, bro. That's it's crazy. But did they? Oh my God. Oh my, a hotline.
Yeah, he talking about he smacked his ass on accident, man. Gene Deal a
No
fool.
wonder they got 120 people.
I think
You
Gene
gotta
Deal
believe
gonna
some of
go
that shit
down
is
too,
bogus,
man,
man.
if he don't testify on Diddy.
If they
man.
got a hotline, you know some of that shit is bogus. Yo, let me just tell you something, man. It's a lot of these girls, and now we know that it's men too, has been sexually assaulted by people in the music industry, in the movie industry, sports, just plain old life, bruh. You understand? And the police wouldn't charge or take the case in some of them. I know some individuals that they may have gotten drunk or something like that, and something like that happened, and the police wouldn't even take the case, which is crazy. You got stuff that happened to girls. I have girls calling me all the time saying certain of your favorite rappers have sexually assaulted them. Mom, what? They want to come on the show and do a tell-all. I say, Mom, my show ain't for that. I'm sorry. But if you need assistance, you need to go to the police and tell the police your story. I told them my story. They didn't believe me. And now that the floodgates is open up against Diddy, they got a 1-800 number. Cassidy got 30 million. Yo, people trying to get rich and get theirs, I guess. That's what it looked like to me. I don't believe 120 and plus 50 on top of that. That's 170 already.
So what do you think Diddy should do? You got all these people coming at you. They got a hotline for your victims.
I believe that old boy Diddy, he should pray that they offer him a plea agreement. And the only reason they're going to offer him a plea agreement if they want somebody more important or more influential than he is. That's the only way they're going to offer him something. Or he could tell them a story about somebody that could be proven that's way more important than he is, that can bring them down if the feds want him. This is the feds' ball game.
They said Diddy had TD Jakes biting the pillow. Hell no. Hell no, man. You crazy.
I know when I was signed to 50, he didn't f with that. You feel what I'm saying? Because they never f with that at all. Like, business with him, but he ain't gonna f with him personally.
Real life.
You got Diddy going down, bro. And I'm conflicting on her because it's like, all right, on one end, you got like, you're innocent until proven guilty, right?
Yeah,
but we all know the stories that have been told.
Yeah.
But then,
But they're just stories.
They're
though.
just stories, right? And then you see the media games, 1,000 bottles of baby. It's like, what the fuck they got to do with the criminal part of it? Like, they keep trying to throw us
they're not
off.
telling you what the baby oil is.
Okay.
That's all it is. They're not saying what the baby oil got in it.
Oh, it
You
got
know,
something in the
stuff
baby
like
oil.
that. Have you ever seen Blink Twice?
Nah.
Y'all ain't seen that
Nah,
yet.
but give me a synopsis real quick.
So Blink Twice is the scenario is this is rich man, this rich dude that all the girls like, he take all the girls that win something or whatever on a trip to an island to his house or whatever. And they go out there and they have fun every night. They get drunk, they have wild parties, they pop hallucinogens and all that shit, and they be gone. But I ain't gonna tell the whole story, but I know I'm gonna say one part is one of the girls was tied up in the end, right? And he was sitting there looking at her when she looked up, and he said, man, last year you did it, but this year I didn't even think you could pull it off. I said, this year? Man, they didn't even know they've been there for a couple of years. They think they still been there for a couple of weeks and months.
It's because they so drugged up.
They so drugged up. You know what I'm saying? And from what I heard, that the baby oil got some kind of shit in there where they pour it in your drink, that shit make you forget shit.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so it's even deeper than we really think.
Yeah, because why would you have 1,000 bottles of baby oil?
Because everybody's just making jokes on some like.
But even that's just a
to throw us off.
That's a
smoke signal.
It's still like something that's just a story. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because that's what I figured and that's what I conjured from certain shit and that's what they said online and stuff and on the news, that don't mean it's true. You know what I'm saying? Like, they gonna get down to the nitty gritty. You know, the FBI ain't wasting nothing.
So this is what I want to know. What is the infatuation with the Diddy parties? Like, why are they so keyed in on that? What do you think is gonna come from that?
Well, you gotta think, I've been to the regular Diddy parties.
But explain what a regular Diddy party.
Well, like, I've been to a club version and I've been to his house in Miami that got raided version. I went there for New Year's Eve in 2018. I think, that was my son was born. I mean, that's when he did at the same night, you know? So, now he was born, but when I made him, you know? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, it was crazy. I had a great time that night. Everybody was there. I don't everybody want to be quiet, but everybody was there. I ain't make it in the house. You know what I'm saying? I don't like going to other men's houses and stuff like that. I'm cool outside. It was good. I was cool. Everybody was outside anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm sitting there like, all I seen was, even at the club party, it was just partying. Like the biggest, the happiest, the greatest time you could ever have at a party. You know what I'm saying? This party that we go to. But then, I ain't gonna even lie, when I woke up, the next morning, cause we left 2 or 3 o'clock, I woke up in that morning, it was motherfucker talking about, bro, I just left that bitch. It was, what the fuck are you doing at another nigga house? Oh, we had a brunch, nigga. Like, but nigga, like the brunch is like in the daytime, like when it's light outside. Like, what was you still doing there? Like, I wasn't even like thinking they were doing nothing like that. I was just like, what?
How much fun could you possibly have?
Yeah, like damn.
You gotta cut this shit off in some way.
Fuck with that nigga at all. Like, rest in peace, Chris Lighter. Chris Lighter didn't fuck with cuz. Like he'll do business with him, but he ain't gonna fuck with him personally.
Now, the freak offs, and when they talk about the nature of what's too freaky, or that's we for the sake of the argument, if he had 1,000 bottles of just baby oil and lube, because he like baby oil and then lube, and like, but everybody's like to be too freaky. What does that look like to you in your life?
I have no idea.
Right.
So what is too freaky for another man or another woman? Like I know I don't do kinky shit. You feel what I'm saying? I like freaky shit, but I don't do kinky shit. I think they meaning kinky. They not meaning freaky. I think they mean kinky. You know what I'm saying? Weird shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like freaky shit, the world do. Kamala Harris do. Everybody do freaky shit. You see what I'm saying? Like at some point of their life, you know what I'm saying? But they talking about weird shit. They not talking about freaky shit. They talking about them freak offs. Really, they want to say fuck offs. You feel what I'm saying? Like they just can't say it on camera. You know what I'm saying? They can't say that shit on live TV. Oh yeah, you having fuck offs. Nah, they really like want to say, you know.
What do you think the fallout is going to be? Because it's going to be a trial, and I think this shit going to be watched more than the OJ trial. I think this is going to be one of them ones like, oh shit.
Yeah, but it's going. I mean, when will it happen? A year or two? Yeah, it ain't gonna be now. It's gonna be a year or two. I mean, the fallout gonna be when we hear all the other evidence. You know what I'm saying? Because there's more people coming out. You know what I'm saying? So you hear all the evidence and you get the. It's just like seeing Pac die, bro. It's like seeing Pac. It's like basically he was in charge of his own death. You know what I'm saying? Like he kind of stepped out of his little lane real quick, like to handle his business. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, really, it was like honorable, you know what I'm saying, to ride for your people, but it like, you didn't have to do that. Like I be mad a lot about that shit. I'm like, bro, like I look up to you, like a whole bunch of people look up to you. My nigga, you can still be here right now. Like, if you just stayed in your lane.
Right.
And let them other niggas, like let them, like beef jerky niggas handle that shit. Y'all niggas big as fuck. Go handle that shit. You know what I'm saying?
The Cassie video, was that the nail in the coffin for him?
That was nail in the coffin for me.
I think that
the
was
Cassie video was the nail in the coffin for me. I ain't gonna lie, it was guilty to prove it. I mean, my bad. It was innocent to proven guilty at first with me. And I didn't, but the same thing with Cassie too. I used to tell people, I'm like, I'm not against her or what she said. I'm not saying that she's telling the truth or she lying. I just like to see the evidence. Because everybody will jump on this train and then evidence come out, but don't nobody want to say that they just seen the truth. They want to keep the lie. No, we're not gonna keep this lie. We're not gonna keep doing that. We're gonna see the truth first. With me, I'll be one of them niggas. Y'all can be, everybody can, because they say that shit. It's in the Bible. All this shit's in the Bible. Like in the end times, man, what's wrong is gonna be right, and what's right is gonna be wrong. And they're gonna try to convince you of it. And they gonna hate you if you don't roll their way. You know what I'm saying? They gonna persecute you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you can't go for that dumb shit. I don't give a fuck how bad they persecute me. I'm gonna be one of them niggas and be like, hey, I need to see evidence. I need to see evidence. I don't give a damn. I need to see evidence. And then once I seen that evidence of him doing her like that, bro, I was like, man, fuck that nigga, bro. Like, let that nigga go where he going. You know what I'm saying? Cause I got daughters, bro. Like, and that's on everything, bro. Like, I don't play none of that shit, bro. Like, at all. But they just be talking about they got like gridlock type cases, And I think Thug coming home, like for real.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I really believe Thug coming home. Like I don't see where it's locked at. That motherfucker, they still turning the damn key. You feel me? Yeah, they can't get the key in the hole.
So, do you know, we've seen a lot of black prominent figures going down, and it seems like they're all going down the same way with the same charges.
Yeah.
Do you? Because when I really looked at what sex trafficking was, right, it was like when you pay somebody, coerce, pay, or force someone to move their location for prostitution. And I was like, well, shit, I didn't offer a girl some money to come over here. No, nigga, come over here. I got something for you. If you fuck with me. Like,
hey bro. Let me tell you how weird the game is. I did an IG post and I told black folk for real, like when you get a certain wealth, a certain you get down your path, you can't do what them white people do, bro. R. Kelly did the same thing Hugh Hefner did.
Bro.
They never locked Hugh Hefner. Cuz died at old age, doing his
two twin girlfriends.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, girls will tell you, they started out real young. They ain't said then, but everybody knew it. You don't think them white men, them rich white men were coming, that's sex? Like, you don't think he was sex trafficking? Them folk did not care. They did not care until a black man started doing it. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that it's right. I'm just saying, like, you cannot do, no matter how wealthy or rich you are, you think you a billionaire, trillionaire, zillionaire, you cannot do what them people do in their world in this day. It's not gonna happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? They gonna come up with a charge for you. These are laws that they done came up with for us.
Right.
The first government, they came up with them charges for us, but it started backfiring because they had to deal with them too.
Right.
So now they still trying to change them. Every chance they get, change the laws so it can go against them, not us. And they still end up being fucked up every time they do it, but it's be more on us though, because we don't know the charges. We don't even know how to look up the like the felonies and the charges and shit. Like we got people like, that's what I'm saying. Like I told you, people vote for Trump because they think he gave them some money, bro. Like this the shit we dealing with. They don't understand. They don't know. And ain't nobody, like we try to teach them, but they don't want to know. It's like they love staying ignorant and dead, like desolate. Like you love being like a walking body. Like you don't want to be a purpose. You just want to be a body. And that's what we are, bro. Like half of us are walking bodies, like zombies, my nigga. They real life zombies. They do drugs all day. They do all that shit, and they just want to go hurt some other black folk. They see a white person, they gonna freeze up. You be like, wow. So the black people act like the white people, like the police too. Like, so the black people see white people and freeze up, and we scared, but we don't do none of them. But the white people see black people and they fire off, like no matter what.
Hey, that was decent with Scrappy, man. I ain't never heard Scrappy talk, man. Scrappy needs some more shit. Who y'all say? Who y'all had said? Who else got the what's the name? Shit, I'll watch Scrappy again then. Fuck it. Hold on.
You see, check it out. Cars.com made it easy, all on one site. Okay, I'm ready for what's next.
There's a rhythm in the markets, in the resonant echoes of the opening bell, in the preludes leading to global elections, in the rising chorus conducted.
And all the wrong that parents do in their life growing up, and all the, like you say, faith talk that we talk, we always got to look back at ourselves and what we did. Like I had a situation where I was in there, I'm in the kitchen, my older daughter came in there and she was just like, and I looked over at her and I was like, man, she was like, I was like, you high.
Real life.
how do you handle them type of situations? Like if you feel like your child might be something that.
Well, see, I feel like there's two parts to this, right?
All right. So you said Gene Deal, Cam Capone. We'll go there first. Yeah, y'all got something to watch. Y'all let me know, man. I got locked out for yesterday. I got locked out for 2 days, man. I couldn't get in fucking StreamYard.
A lot of people are saying that this is all part of Cassie's plan, that she files the lawsuit, gets the money, signs the NDA, and she knows that if the police come knocking, she's going to have to talk about it, or the NDA would be no good if the feds got involved.
I don't believe Cassie thought that far. Anytime somebody commit a crime or a crime is being committed, an NDA, a non-disclosure, is like a it's like a blank piece of paper. It don't mean nothing. You understand? I don't believe it was Cassie at all. I believe that the people that Puff made feel very uncomfortable by saying that they were racist. They hired they publicists and they people behind them. When that Puff went after them, and if you read Little Rod's case that he put against Diddy, they wrote that up as if it was an indictment. They put times, places, people, and footage. This is where the crime was committed at. Here go the footage. You understand what I'm saying? Lil Rod, his statement, his lawsuit was way more detailed in criminal activity than Cassie was. And they filed it in the civil court and sent it to the feds. So when the feds got that, they got to read it. They got to see what's going on. And if a crime is committed there and it's something federal, they have to react to it.
Yeah, but I mean, Cassie's lawsuit, bro, she's alleging rape and blowing cars up, and
that's not federal. And it still wasn't federal. Only thing was federal when she was saying that she would cross state lines. When she said she went across state lines, he hired a prostitute. He hired a prostitute to come across state lines and was forced to have sex with them. Now that's federal. That's why he's in the trouble. But Lil Rob, some of the things that he was saying, the same thing. Going places, picking up prostitutes, having them come to different places and have sex. It was that too. Because let me just tell you something, man. The feds ain't give a damn about Cassie getting her ass whooped in that hallway. Let's keep it a buck. We had several times that we've seen professional athletes smack and beat up their girls on camera. Jay-Z got his ass whooped by his sister-in-law on camera. What's her name? Solange. You got his ass. The feds ain't step in and do nothing. The feds don't care about you getting your ass whooped. It's those other things that come under the guidelines that they care about.
Yeah, I mean, the tape comes out, man, and the way I seen it when the tape came out, it made it look like everything Cassie was accusing him of now has credibility.
Yeah, I ain't gonna even lie, man. I done watched damn near all Gene Deal interviews, man. I'm talking about from 2, 3 years, 4 years ago, bro. He having a change of heart all of a sudden. Now Puffy ain't do it, bro. But he done went on the campaign saying that Puff did all this shit.
We seen that tape. It was a young lady named Gina that accused Puff of punching her, kicking her, and totally assaulting her while she was pregnant. Not one news media other than I think Tasha K ran that. Nobody did nothing because he was protected by those people. He was still in good with those people. The federal government is just as guilty as Diddy.
What's up? This is Cam Capone. We got more.
Yeah, Gene Deal finna get on the stand or something, man. He definitely about to get on the stand or something because he had a change of heart. I wonder what the fuck didn't change.
Testifying against Keefe D, because right now everybody thinks Keefe D is snitching on Diddy.
I think Keefe D. I don't believe that he's snitching on Diddy. He's just going by a plan or something that somebody laid out for him that he got too deep into it and he has to continue with it. You understand? Everybody believe and everybody know that we know now he never had a proffer agreement. He never had a proffer agreement. We know now that some of that stuff that Keefe D said, and we heard him state in his book and stuff like that, he just repeated.
Man, did Gene Deal say that Puff the one had something to do with Biggie and Pac murder? Didn't he say Puff was standing there with the killers? This dude, man.
The script that was given to him by Greg Kading and other people. We know that now. And the Las Vegas Police Department, when they go to trial, they're going to get all that stuff out. So I don't believe that he's snitching on Diddy because he would have to have concrete proof. And I don't think he have any concrete proof. They don't have nothing concrete. Because if they had something concrete, they would have been brought Diddy in on it.
Right. I don't think they have anything concrete. They don't. You're absolutely right about that part. Okay. Now, one of the things that you mentioned was Big Joe.
I mentioned Big Joe?
Yes, I don't know much about the Big Joe situation.
I never mentioned Big Joe. I mentioned that the girl and the bodyguard who they said was Joseph Stewart. Now, he's known as Big Joe. Even, I think, who was that? Yeah, that was Black Rob. Said it in his own video. You know what I'm saying? Don't let me go get the G.I. Joe. In that song, Whoa. You understand? So, the young lady, she contacted me. It had to be up to 9 months in a year, 9 months to a year almost ago. And that's the young lady who has said that Diddy and Joseph Stewart, as was told, I think the people know him as Big Joe. She contacted me. She said, yo, Gene, gave me her credentials, told me who she was friends with. She mentioned that she was close to a rap mogul. They were friends. I won't mention his name. She said that there's a tape out there that showed Sean Puffy Combs, aka Brother Love, Diddy, Puffy, and a security personnel named Joe, Big Joe. There's a tape out there when they were sexually assaulting me. I know it ain't you, Gene, but I need to know if you could help me. I don't want to do anything to Joe. This is what she told me. I just want the tape so I can give to my lawyer because I'm going to go after Puff. She told me that. I told her that I'll see what I can do. I so happily seen Joe in the street. I didn't call him or nothing like that. I seen Joe, and Joe said he didn't know anything about it. He said he didn't know anything about it, and that was it. I went back to the young lady. I told her, I spoke to Joe. He said he didn't know anything about it. I gave him, I don't know if I gave him his number or whatever like that, but she said, okay, Gene. She thanked me, and 9 months to a year later, I see this thing come out that she's accusing Joe and Puff of sexually assaulting her.
Right. I just seen this story, just broke.
That's crazy.
And
that's crazy, brother.
What's up? This is Cam Capone. We got more content like this coming soon.
You know what else crazy, bro? What's crazy is that this shit is recorded. That Diddy has nerve to record this shit. Hold on, y'all. They going on a motherfucking run, bro.
You want to know why there's no vindication for me? Because for 4 years, I've been screaming, not just Diddy, but victim-making machine kept going on.
Jay-Z has been notable by his silence since these charges were brought against Diddy. Why do you think that is?
Because that's what he does. He starts little fires everywhere, forces everyone involved to go and carry water while he sneaks away without a response. That changes now, Sean. You must respond. You have no choice. Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Robert Kelly, Sean Combs have one person in common, professionally and privately. Sean Carter. This has been a fist of tyranny that has been punching through our culture and our society for decades. It must stop.
There's been obviously a lot of
Cruelty-free artistry.
Right. There's been a lot of rumor mill about what has happened in the rap world. A lot of allegations that the misogyny in the lyrics clearly was based on a general misogyny towards women away from the music. And that clearly seems to have been borne out by these charges against Diddy, which if he's found guilty of all this, he's never coming out of prison. How dangerous do you think?
Thank God.
How dangerous do you think he is as a person?
I think he's one of the most dangerous people I've ever met. A lot of people have been questioning, well, she doesn't really know him. She has no knowledge of him. She doesn't have a picture with him. I'm smarter than Claudia Jordan. I would never take a picture with the devil. Everyone knew he was the devil. He's been the devil for 30 years. He's been covered and protected by not only Clive Davis, but Lucian Grange.
Damn.
He was selected to be the demon that he is, to keep the culture in line so the industry could continue to rape it for all of its precious jewels. We have too many lost. The list of lost is ridiculous. And everyone knows Diddy was selected for this job.
Damn. Meek Mill, you might as well come out, my boy. You might as well come out, my boy. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. What else they say? What else y'all said in the comments? Y'all said Cal Capone and who else y'all say? Y'all said Cal Capone and somebody. I forgot.
And Combs have one person in common.
Jaguar Wright is known to be a conspiracy theorist.
I would never take a picture with the devil. Everyone knew she was the devil.
Everyone wanted to go to Diddy's white parties when they were happening. If I got an invite, I would go. But there's a party within a party.
Jay-Z and Beyonce are not here.
Hold on. Vlad say he been at the parties. Oh, Vlad, I gotta question Vlad now. I gotta pull out my camera and interview Vlad.
Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Sean Combs have one person in common.
Jaguar Wright is known to be a conspiracy theorist.
I would never take a picture with the devil. Everyone knew she was the devil.
Everyone wanted to go to Diddy's white parties when they were happening. If I got an invite, I would go. But there's a party within a party.
Jay-Z and Beyonce are not here, unfortunately, to respond to
Diddy.
Was
That's what I care about. I care about the victims.
No, I understand. How bad was it, do you think? What was going on?
I'm going to tell you right now that me, as a woman who has been in the industry for over 30 years, I've been performing live since I was 13. My first handler was McKinley Horton. I come to find out 25 years later that a scar that was on his face with a very elaborate story he gave me was put there by a woman who he assaulted. To live through these things and hear your elders in the business, people like Patti LaBelle say, just avoid him, honey. Just avoid him, honey. It's not good enough. Not when you.
Hey, what else y'all say, man? Do I believe her? Hey, she been around them motherfuckers, man. Hey, I ain't got no choice but to believe some, I don't know. She be around them though. That's the one who sung Jay-Z Unplugged. She be singing the unplugs and shit. That's without the beat. Live music. That's what she do. She cold as hell, bro. That's what I know her from. I don't know about the shit, but I know Superhead. For Superhead to say Jay-Z try to take some, this Superhead we talking about. This a lady who she even gave a Superhead. You hear me? You ain't got to take nothing from nobody named Superhead if she getting a Superhead. They said, I know a girl named Superhead. She get Superhead. She even gave a Superhead. The super is the motherfucker who fixing on the buildings, man. The janitor. So if she get a janitor head, why Jay-Z try to take it? And then Foxy Brown, I think Jay-Z going down this round, man. I think all that R. Kelly shit, they was making fun of R. Kelly. I just think Jay-Z next, man. I really do, man. Jay-Z them, the next wave.
Together.
Hey, remember, y'all, it started off with lawsuits. Remember that, y'all. It started off with lawsuits. They need the lawsuits so you can motherfucking go ahead and pay it off, and that's when the feds gonna come in. Soon when you pay it off. I said it. I say if Diddy pay Cassie that money, he going to jail. He going to jail. The police coming.
Hot nail ripples clean better. Teamwork.
If you get
but like it was laughable. Was popular.
And something about you ran when you saw him, something like that. Can you jump in on that?
Well, the last time you interviewed me, I hadn't seen all the things that
She the
you
first
said.
rap groupie.
I never watch his interviews because I just think he's dumb, and I think he's just a guy pretending that he's smart. But when I did see that, to be honest, it was laughable. But when I thought it through, it was really pathetic to me. You know, like where I'm from, pause. One of the biggest violations in the world, pause, is lying on your dick. And that means that you say you did things with a girl that you didn't do. Another thing that's in that order is lying about getting your ass whipped and about a fight. It's one of the most unhonorable things to do. Like when someone takes a loss to say, yo, he caught me, he caught me slipping, you got to respect that. But I just think when I saw his reaction when he was asked that question, he just got fuddled, pause, like he just seemed like he was caught off guard. And what I saw him do was not only lie, but like he combined a lot of different situations in one. So because he brought it up, I think in this day, transparency is key. There's no reason because of this direct connection that you can have with the people that are your fans that consume the things that you make. They're owed explanation and truth. And that's why when they say things about me, I come back and I'll say that's true or not true. I think that's the honest and honorable way to do things. There's nothing that I do I'm ever going to be ashamed of. I would definitely be ashamed if I ever ran from anybody, but definitely Steve Stout. You know how like the cartoon where the ostrich puts his head in the floor when he feels bad? That would have been me forever running from Steve Stout. The reason why I smacked him in the first place was because it was like if he catches me and then I beat his ass, pause, they're still gonna tease me because it's Steve Stout. But because he wants to bring it up, I'm gonna tell you the story. Let's start with the first lie. He said that we ran into each other in a Sony office or whatever it was. We were at Rockefeller at my office, and Jay was sitting behind my desk. He always wanted to sit behind my desk, pause. But Steve was with him. My brother Bobby was with him, and my cousin Darren. Was with me, or rather, in the office, and my cousin Darren was in the office. That's about 3 people. Could have been 1 or 2, and my son. And Steve Stout was trying to throw a party with Jay at the Hamptons, and I was like, "We're not throwing a party with you. You corny. You were running around with Nas when we were kind of like beefing with him. You were running around with LL, and then I guess when things went sideways, you just decided to tell us all their business, and that's what he used to do. And I always thought that wasn't honorable. And now that we rolling, you want to do a party with us? Hell no. And in that conversation, I was like, because he was kind of trying to talk somewhat aggressively. I was like, yo, and you owe me 18,000 for that bet. And he said something cute in front of my son. So I'm like, yo, you can't be ass betting me, pause. And you definitely can't be talking crazy in front of my son. He said something else slick, and I hit him with a left hook, a slap. My intention again was not to hurt him, it was to let him know, like, bro, that's just disrespectful. And where I'm from, if I let you walk away talking to me like that in front of my son's gonna look at me a certain way, and everyone in my crew is gonna look at me a certain way. You're gonna have to beat my ass, pause, today. I had a broken foot, and after I smacked him, all he said was, "Did you just smack me?" And he had just got sued by Puff, or rather, he had just sued Puff for hitting him in the head with a bottle. So where I'm from, because again, I didn't look at him so much as a civilian because he wasn't hanging around civilians. So where I'm from, if somebody hit me in the head with a bottle or whatever, then I got to get that back, at least at that age. I would have to there has to be some kind of a recourse. But the one thing I'm not doing is going to go to court, testify, and do all.
If you've been in a car accident, don't call an attorney. Use this AI.
Man, I thought, hey, what y'all say? Put that other name in the comments, man. We're going to watch that shit. Dame Dash ain't talking about shit. It sound like his shit about to fly out his mouth again. Oh,
all those things, because I just at that point I thought that was snitching. So I would always call him a rat and a snitch when I would see him on the red carpet. I mean, you a rat. And, you know, I just didn't like that. So after I smacked him, I just believe that from then on, because he didn't fight back, number one, at that moment, I felt like he was a coward. Really has hands. I never knew she could fight like that, but you know, that's the reason why. And I don't want to have this be a distraction from the seriousness of the things that we're doing. And that's the reason why I wanted to make it business. So drop your network. You have United Masters. We could go song for song. I didn't file it. The state did. Now, they made it like it was a child support thing. Let me explain the secret. That they were completely different people than, you know, I was trying to empower, you know, like there was a time pause that he inspired me. You know, I love his family. I love his mother. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's hard for me to be beefing with people when I know their children or their parents to a certain level. You know, you're still cool. By the way, like, you know, he was supposed to be Jay's supposed to be my son's godfather. I'm like, how does he do that to Boogie's his godson's father? Are dark. But again, I'm just hoping that
Eddie Griffin.
That dark. Because then I'm gonna have to process that. But I just wish, to be honest, that the people that are being accused of certain things, they should just step up and be like, yo, they bugging. You know what I mean? Just dead that shit. Like, you know, this is a very transparent place and world in these days. It's very easy to say that's not true. You know, I wasn't at that party. I didn't do what they said I did. And, you know, I remember when I would ask Jay, yo, well, how come they keep saying we beefing? And how come you don't say nothing about it? He'd be like, oh, I don't want to bring no fuel to it. Nah, that brought all the fuel to it. So being silent is sometimes the loudest thing in the world. So I believe if the things aren't true, because I hear the stuff that Jaguar says.
Hey, I ain't lying, man. Dame Dash ain't lying, bro. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Hey, if that shit ain't true about the Diddy parties and the raping with the girls, bro, I'm coming out. I don't give a fuck if a lawyer tell me, hey, look, we don't need you to say nothing. Hell no, I'm innocent, nigga. You won't say nothing. Because as long as when shit like this, if you quiet, bro, oh yeah, he quiet. He must have did it. Like, fuck nah.
And she be on like 10 toes down, like not allegedly. And I've been sued for not saying allegedly. That's why I got this problem I have now with this judgment. I have been sued for not saying allegedly. So the things she's saying, and she'd be like, no allegedly. Like no Diddy pause or like, you know, like, you know, they'd be like, no allegedly. I would think that they could shut that down. So I'm curious. Now, I'm not saying it's true or not. I'm saying, yo, why, how come when I say the littlest shit, like I got sued again by that, again, I don't want to get sued, right? Because they take anything. But Josh Weber, that the dude that's pretending he directed a movie I directed based on my personal account, sued me in LA again for $4 million for a interview I did with Earn Your Leisure where I didn't even say his name. Do you know what I'm saying? So you have to be careful. So I know, like, you can get sued for nothing. So I'm like, yo, how come nobody's suing these people? Why won't they just say nah? Like, you know, I'm not calling out no names, but we all know that the shit they're saying is nuts. Paul. It's so that I can't even, it's nuts. And not just for Homeboy, for everybody. So I'm hoping the stuff I'm hearing isn't going to happen. I'm hoping that the stuff I'm hearing isn't true. I don't want anybody to be that dark. I don't want another blow for hip hop, you know? And I'm just trying to figure out, you know, I'm very curious to know who was at the parties. You know what I'm saying? Like someone was there. You know, I'm not going to even hold you. Like I can't pretend I don't want to know. But I'm saying, like, DiCaprio, and I can tell you stories about that dude later or another time. But he came out and was like, yo, I don't, he said something. He did say something. His press, whatever they wanted him to say, he had a statement. So I want to know why there's no statement from all these, like the shit they saying is unbelievable. It's crazy. It's nuts. Pause. And I've never seen, like, my legacy has never been compromised in that way, where people are making, the car. I'm like, yo, this shit is crazy. Just the fact that it's being said, it's the same thing. Like, I'm sure people want to know between me and Homeboy, yo, why are y'all beefing? He's never explained that. He's never said like any of those things. So I just think in this day and age, based on the accusations that happened, not just him, everybody should just, I did. When they said that those parties with me and Aaliyah and Jennifer Lopez, yeah, bro, I was at a party with Aaliyah, Jennifer Lopez is on the pillow, Natani's on the pillow. I'm going to be on that pillow, you know what I'm saying? But not next to no dudes. And then I'm out. But I addressed it. I'm transparent. Like, you could ask me any question. Like, I say no, and you could ask me why. I said no, and I'll explain it to you. You could challenge me. But at the end of the day, if I'm expecting you to consume the things that I'm doing, my products, I do believe that you deserve a certain degree of honesty. Like, why do we all have to wait? I don't want to wait. Just tell us what happened. Or tell us it didn't happen.
Hell no.
Not just y'all. Anyone that's being accused of that shit, bro, because we definitely want to know. The whole world wants to know. But when people start resigning and people start erasing their Twitters, then it just starts to look suspicious, and it makes people ask questions.
Yeah, let's go back to the work for hire. And how you feel about people saying that you always talk about Jay?
Well, let me answer it like this. To me, whoever is saying that I'm talking about Jay, I guarantee you that person talks about Jay way more than I do. And I think anyone that says that is dumb, because Jay and Biggs took me to court, and I'm in an active, situation based on us having to go to court. So I have no choice but to talk about these things. And when someone messes up 50 grand of your money, you probably talk about it. Can you imagine a man messing up 40 million when he messes up my Rockaware deal? Because he wants to make an announcement that he's no longer a part of Rockaware, but the minute, because he devalued.
First time buying crypto? It's like your first visit to a taco truck.
We're going to turn Eddie Griffin on, man, for the last night. Got school. Got to stay ahead of this shit, man. Eddie Griffin. Hey, which one? Hey, which one? Which one y'all talking about? Hey, just looking at this motherfucker, I get to laughing, man. This nigga funny as hell, man. Him, Dave Chappelle. Man, I'm finna take my wife to a one, man. Me and my wife going to one. First, we gotta go on a football game and represent Trenches News. Then we're gonna go to a comedy. Take my wife to a comedy, though. We're gonna get high as hell. And laugh. Need that sometimes. Hey, which one, man? The first one?
the dawn of time, there were two things: the universe and Tyson chicken. Next time you wonder,
Reporting live from Hyper Clubhouse in Atlanta for Comedy Hype News, I'm Symphony Thompson.
Man, ain't nothing finna happen to Diddy, man. They just talking, man.
Reporting live from Hyper Clubhouse in Atlanta for Comedy Hype News, I'm Symphony Thompson.
Man, what the fuck is Eddie Griffin at, man? He got this bitch talking for.
An executive and the motherfuckers in Black Rock. This nigga ain't gonna make it. And it's gonna be the end of the story because
Man, yeah. Man, that shit clipped me, man. Y'all got a motherfucker going to click on something, you got to damn near wear a helmet on. Y'all got me kicked off and shit. Eddie Griffin talking about something. Man, look, Diddy got $700-some million, bro. Diddy can pay for every motherfucker in that commissary, TVs, everything, bro. He got enough money to feed the whole decks. He got friends who he could tell, man, look, man, gotta keep these motherfuckers off my back, man. Put $1,000 on everybody's book. He could do that a month. He got it. He got shit coming in. Ain't nothing happening to Diddy, man. Diddy could go to Cook County Jail right now, and he'll be the king of Cook County Jail right now. Ain't no motherfucker go do that to Diddy. The motherfuckers gonna be trying to rap to him. Hey, Diddy, I'm from THF, man. You'll listen to my raps on YouTube. You gotta be real, man. That's why I watch, though. I love Eddie Griffin, but he got a helmet on his channel. You click on his videos, they just doing that shit because they already rich. Somebody must paying them just sit on that motherfucker and just talk about conspiracies. Bruce Rivers. I like to see shit with ads on there. I like to see video. I don't mind watching the video with ads on there, you know? That mean that motherfucker video might be alright. It scared me when you get to time about clicking on shit, though. Took me 20 minutes to get in that video. Hey, Chicago Bulls. I just want to say this. If anybody watching from Chicago Bulls, y'all the lamest people on earth, bro. Y'all couldn't sign D Rose for a damn 10 seconds. Y'all couldn't sign him to a motherfucking $100 contract just to retire him, bro. 1 year college, Memphis University. Come on, man. Y'all gonna do Derrick Rose like that, Bulls? Y'all ain't shit, man. Y'all ain't shit. That's why the Bulls could have had 10 rings. Y'all ain't want to pay a motherfucker, man. Y'all was paying Tony Kukoc more than Tony Kukoc made more than anybody who was on the Bulls, man. You had Scottie Pippen, you had Michael Jordan, you had all these motherfuckers, bro. But Tony Kukoc was making more money than them. That the Bulls asshole backwards, man. Need that reservation weed. But I need some motherfucking weed from goddammit Hawaii or some shit. Shit where that shit growing underwater.
That's no longer a turn on. I gotta ratchet it up a little bit more.
And you should know, to the clients feel comfortable, we also into the FBI. And you should also know a few of them have already been spoken to by the FBI.
So just because he's charged with what he's charged with now doesn't mean that that can't change. There's a thing called a superseding indictment. I have no doubt that you're going to see a superseding indictment coming down the pike. Rest over frosted flakes with a 10-year-old and baby oil.
Puff just said we used to wrestle over the Frosted Flakes, and we're streaming live. That was stupid.
That was stupid. I mean, so here's the thing. If he's got evidence, like video evidence of sexual abuse of a minor, if he has that in his possession, he's in possession of child pornography. And there is no exception. It's a long list already, but because of the nature of this case, we are going to make sure, damn sure, that we are right before we do that. I would suggest you do that. Here's the issue with somebody like Combs. No question he's the diddler, right? There's no question he's the diddler. There's no question he's a freak. Who the f has 1,000 bottles of baby oil? 1,000 bottles. And to just give you a clue as to how ridiculous that is.
What's the problem? Please don't make me do that. This is the opportunity that you've been waiting for. You hold all the power in your ass. That's what we do.
That's why you need baby oil. If you're telling what is the next phase for Diddy? Well, he's going to appeal his detention order, but that's not going to go anywhere. This is too big a case. There's too much shit going on, and he is just too out there to have a judge let him go free. Daddy, I like it when you're scrambling and scraping for Daddy. Oh, that's just so creepy.
That was you.
Hey, man.
Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer.
Bruce Rivers, funny as hell, man. Hey, smash that like button for me one time. You want to support me? Go to Nene Marie 37 on Instagram. Purchase you a signed copy of my book. Hey, when you purchase man, send me a screenshot of it, and I'm
the diddler who's in the Brooklyn jail, Metro, who's basically his best
y'all
friend
look
right
who.
now.
Hey, hold on, look who he got on the thumbnail. Well, I don't know if it's his thumbnail, but hold on. Where the fuck that shit just go? Hold on, man.
The Diddy. First of all, before we get into what's going on, what is the next phase for Diddy? Well, he's going to appeal his detention order, but that's not going to go anywhere. This is too big a case. There's too much shit going on, and he is just too out there to have a judge let him go free. There's just a condition or set of conditions that would reassure his appearance or
I'm pretty sure
protect the public. Those
when they raided his crib, Diddy got the moving money. That's why they came and got him. He probably was moving too much money.
But in this case, especially. And where is he? He's in the Brook. You know, I think I said something about Rikers Island in our last video. It's not Rikers Island. It's the Metro jail in Brooklyn. Now, remember Jeffrey Epstein? He was in the Metro jail in Manhattan. So different jails, but same set of squalor. I mean, they're not nice places, you know, and whether they have rats or that I can't really speak to. But the news of the day, well, before we get to the news of the day, the next step is for him to appeal his detention order, which will go nowhere. And then he'll have to challenge the search warrants. I guarantee you his lawyers are going to have a hearing after hearing after hearing challenging the search warrants. Now, this isn't going to go like Donald Trump's hearing. I don't know how Donald Trump has been able to do this. His lawyers, he's got pretty good lawyers. They don't get what they want from the district court. They go right to the Supremes. You're not going to get that here. You're not going to get an appeal to the Court of Appeals from a district court ruling on a pretrial motion. You're not going to get any of that. That only comes after you go to trial, after you lose, and that becomes an issue for appeal.
But okay. I was thinking I had to go to district circuit, and then Supremes.
Right.
But yeah.
But not till after your trial, so you don't get interlocutory appeals.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So what they call that is an interlocutory appeal. So, and you generally don't get that right as a defendant. There's certain circumstances in which you do. Don't go by Donald Trump because Donald Trump is an anomaly. He was a former president, so he's getting special treatment. So they'll have motion hearings, and then, you know, after that, then they set it up for, trial management conference kind of thing, and then trial. And it'll be a while. Now, here's the thing. So according to NBC News, at a news conference held Tuesday by Texas-based attorney Tony Busby, said he's representing 120 accusers with allegations against the entertainment mogul that occurred over 20 years. And we're going to watch his news conference here in a second. But if you look at, here's the issue with somebody like Combs. No question he's the diddler, right? There's no question he's the diddler. There's no question he's a freak. Who the fuck has 1,000 bottles of baby oil? 1,000 bottles. And to just give you a clue as to how ridiculous that is.
What's the problem? Please don't make me do that. This is the opportunity that you've been waiting for. You hold all the power in your ass. That's what we do. It's only a little bit in your ass. Nobody's gonna die. You know what you signed up for.
That's why you need 1,000 bottles of baby oil, because that's the power of the ass, right? Well, here's the issue that I have, honestly, with all of these. When you have somebody like Diddy, and all of a sudden something like this happened, guess who wants to come and say that I was there, I was here, I was there, my face was down and my ass was in the air, and yeah, you can't believe everybody that comes through the door. They have to have something to back up what they're saying. Remember when Prince died? How many people came out and said they were his love child? You know, it's kind of the same thing. So, according to Mr. Busby, we will expose the enablers who enabled the conduct behind the closed doors. We will pursue the matter no matter what the evidence. Sounds kind of like he's a preacher, doesn't he? Well, no matter what the evidence, Busby said during a news conference. Many powerful people, many dirty secrets, the lawyer said of the allegations. He added that his team has collected pictures, videos, and texts. Busby added that the allegations will include violent sexual assault, facilitated sex with controlled substances, dissemination of video recordings, sexual abuse of minors. I'm going to get to that last part in a second. It's a long list already, but because of the nature of this case, we are going to make sure, damn sure, that we are right before we do that. I would suggest you do that. Busby continued, these names will shock you. So here's the thing. If he's got evidence, like video evidence of sexual abuse of a minor, if he has that in his possession, he's in possession of child pornography, and there is no exception. You know, when a lawyer gets a child case, which my colleagues get them all the time, they don't have any of that stuff in their possession. You want to see what the evidence is? You have to go to the U.S. Attorney's Office, and you have to view it there. Who wants to? Nobody does. So we're going to watch this here in a second, but the lawyer said he's had more than 3,000 individuals come forward to his office with accusations against Combs, and that he plans to begin filing lawsuits in various states within the next 30 days. Here's the problem with that. Everybody's coming out of the fucking woodwork. You know, oh, yeah. Oh, did you hear Diddy? Oh, yeah. I was at a Diddy party, because there's no Diddy party, no party like a Diddy party, right?
Which I did create a little graphic here that you'll see on the screen. Let me know if you guys want to see that on any sort of merch or stickers or anything. But
you know, when you hear all this, and sometimes you retrofit things into things. So let's look back to when Justin Bieber was just a little kid.
Where we hanging out and what we doing, we can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream.
Maybe not.
He signed to Usher.
I'm signed to Usher.
I had legal guardianship of Usher when you know he did his first album. I did Usher's
I
first.
thought that was weird when Michael Jackson did that. Don't we think it's weird when the Diddler does that?
I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So
who would be comfortable with that? Especially knowing what we know now. Nobody would be.
And we gonna go buck full crazy.
We're going crazy.
We're gonna go buck full crazy
with a 15-year-old.
With a okay. I just don't like it. I just don't like it. And let's just watch one more. Michael thinks this is a good idea.
Don't get trouble. But it's just like, yo, we want to thank you for hosting the thing, man. It's been a pleasure. You didn't have to do it, and you did.
No, I definitely didn't have to.
Didn't have to do what? I mean, this is Kevin Hart, and this puts things into context.
First and foremost, I'm not getting.
Do you know the U.S. solar company's nasty little secret?
In the bed.
Look how uncomfortable Kevin Hart is.
If we can, just let's just put the camera a little this way, just so we're not. I don't want my
He doesn't even want the bed in the shot.
shot to even was like I don't want it to come close to the bed at all. I should look like he fresh off a goddamn plane. I should.
Fresh off the garden stage. That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, I mean, damn, pause, but like that's I mean, back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the frosted flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented.
Back in the day when he was like 10, but then he catches himself and he goes, wait, pause. Like he's like for
Yo, what the fuck did Puff just say?
Wrestle and baby oil.
Puff just said we used to wrestle over the frosted flakes, and we're streaming live. That was stupid.
That was stupid. I mean, I honestly can't believe that you got a guy who's a billionaire, but that just goes to show you, when you're powerful and rich, you just want to do what you want to do. Right now.
In the entertainment industry, finally been revealed.
Tops, I guess. He's handled, the oil spill in the
BP.
Gulf. He's handled
Travis Scott Astroworld.
He's got a few very high profile cases. But let's listen to what he has to say.
The wall of silence. Our team has had at this point more than 3,200 individuals contact us.
Okay. Here's the problem with that. You got to sift through all the bullshit. Because I guarantee you, some of these people are full of shit that they don't have any way to back up what they're saying.
With people claiming by Sean Combs.
Hey, if you got 3,200 and you've been able to only confirm 120.
Who intend to bring civil claims in civil court against Sean Diddy Combs, as well as claims against many other individuals and entities that we will name as defendants as we file these individual cases.
So one of the things that you have is you've got a situation where Combs is the bad actor, right? He's directing everything. But then you have maybe a record label that, was in the know and could have stopped something, maybe, or was funding some of this, maybe. Or you've got all the employees that, that he had facilitating these freak offs and whatever they were doing. And anybody in that chain. But here's the thing. The diddler is the only guy with the money.
And you should know, to the extent the clients feel comfortable, we also intend to make these individuals available to the authorities, specifically to the FBI. And you should also know a few of them have already been spoken to by the FBI.
So here's the other thing. So just because he's charged with what he's charged with now, doesn't mean that can't change. There's a thing called a superseding indictment. So, but you can rest assured that if the FBI and the U.S. Attorney's Office are able to confirm more victims in Puffy's wake, that they'll add that to the indictment. And I have no doubt that you're going to see a superseding indictment coming down the pike.
Now, before we discuss the nature of the claims and claimants themselves, let me comment on the large volume of calls we have received since our first announcement. Even before the indictment of Sean Combs, we had received a small volume of calls and had screened a handful of cases. After the indictment of Sean Combs and the announcement that we were pursuing these claims, the floodgates opened. People who wouldn't otherwise, for a variety of reasons, are now stepping forward to make their voices heard.
Here's one of the problems that they're going to have. He's facing a federal indictment, right? And a very serious one at that. He's going to probably have his lawyers file a motion to stay the civil proceedings pending the criminal case. I guarantee you that's going to happen.
And to pursue justice. But no, most of these people are scared. They fear backlash in their communities. They fear backlash in their own families. They are afraid of retaliation from the perpetrators and their associates. They are rightly afraid for their own personal safety. I expect that through this process, many powerful people will be exposed. Many dirty secrets will be revealed. We know what we are potentially up against. And as is always the case in situations like this, when a celebrity is involved, people can be downright mean and nasty. You would be shocked at the length fans will go, no matter the evidence to the contrary, to defend celebrities they love. I mean, there's a reason for this word fans. They're fanatics.
We see that with Andrew Tate and the Tate brothers. We see that with Donald Trump supporters. We see that with, anybody who has a celebrity status. There's a sect of people who are just so loyal. Oh, this must be a conspiracy against them. It must be the Matrix. It must be the deep state. It must be blah, blah, blah.
I mean, there's a reason for this word fans. They're fanatics. I've personally already been threatened multiple times on social media. And when I agreed to pursue this, I expected as much. This isn't my first rodeo. But victims who step forward to have their voices heard should not be subjected to that kind of conduct. They should not be targeted.
Well, then why don't you do it a little quieter? I mean, you're out there, right? I mean, you got your 800 number plastered.
I want to say this, and I want to be clear about it. Although we are vetting each call as stringently as we can, I always start with a mindset that I believe victims. I believe victims.
This dude funny as hell.
Because I understand the tremendous courage it takes to step forward. So if you're watching this, please hear me.
This is an ad. This really is an ad.
If you're out there and you have been victimized, you are not alone.
So one of the things, a lot of states have these, pass these laws that despite the fact that the statute of limitations has passed, that within a certain period of time, upon discovering X, Y, or Z, and each state has different requirements for this, but you can still file a lawsuit, even though it might be 20 years ago. So the difficulty I have with this is just that everybody's going to come out of the woodwork. Do you really think he's got over 3,000 victims? I mean, maybe he was that prolific. I mean, he's got 1,000 bottles of, that's half a bottle for each person, right? or no, a quarter bottle, a third of a bottle but it doesn't matter. You've got 3,200 people claiming to be victims. I'm sure there's some of them are real, some of them aren't. I just can't imagine you'd have 3,000 victims. Although if you're into this stuff, these kinds of crimes are crimes of compulsion. And you get into a habit, you get into a routine, and you do shit over and over and over again. And then, and what I've seen, over the years in criminal law, when people dip their toe in the water of depravity, what happens is that's no longer a turn on. I gotta ratchet it up a little bit more. Remember when Andrew Tate said as much? He said, I no longer want to have sex. I got to dominate. I have to do this. I have to do that. And so your depravity gets more and more and more, and you have to do more and more and more to get off.
I'm gonna send something to you, and I want you to play this. And there's some very pertinent parts about this.
Know that she can count on me, but at the end of the day, I don't want to. I'm never gonna force myself to be in a relationship with her. It has to be natural, right? So I just kind of, let her do her thing, and if she ever needs me, I'm gonna be here for her. But yeah, just protecting those moments because people take for granted encounters and
poor kid.
Yeah. So yeah, I just
you believe him? I believe him.
I just want to protect her. I don't want her to to lose it. I don't want her to, you know, go through anything I went through. I don't wish that upon anybody.
Through anything that I went through.
Yeah, if she ever needs me,
Can't even look at the camera.
I'm just a call away.
Okay.
So that's a little snippet of what Justin Bieber went through. The problem that I have with it is pretty vague, right? I mean, certainly wouldn't be admissible in court. But if you put two and two together, you know, that he was with Diddy and whatever, was he sexually abused by Diddy? I think that's what the implication of this podcast is. He certainly is a broken individual. And you have Diddy, and then there's that other video.
Yeah. I was gonna say, when you link all of those three together, so you have that initial encounter, right? The
And
custody wall.
yeah, play the other one.
The one after, where the phone call one.
So let's just looking at three of these, and everybody's kind of doing this, but it just does put it in context. Now look at how skittish he is with Diddy here in this next video.
Everything's good? Selling out arenas and everything? Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, you know, through all my.
See, that's starting to act different, huh? I mean, if you look at Diddy there, and he's like miffed that he's not getting what he is owed.
You know, partners and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But you never really got my number, so.
Right.
My
Okay.
number?
Yeah.
You could make whatever you wanted to out of this video, but if you look at the body language, how uncomfortable he is, and you know he's fidgeting. Could he just be a nervous teen, or could it really be, you know, there's something bad happened in his past, and you know he really didn't want it, and he's being confronted by Diddy, and he's afraid of him. I don't know if that's the case or not. I wouldn't put it past him if that was the case. So when you have somebody that's as prolific, and there's no question that Diddy had parties and he was prolific, and he had, he had 1,000 bottles of baby oil, 1,000 bottles, because you went to Costco and you got a fucking deal on bulk baby oil. I mean, does that make any sense? It doesn't make sense at all. What does make sense is that he's doing this shit every day, and he's got his routine of whatever it is that he's doing.
Miami, a night of party, and I don't really remember what I was saying. You know what I'm saying?
Would you like a reminder?
Yeah, sure.
Play some.
Hey, yo, listen, yo, I love it all. I love it all, man.
He loves it all.
Apparently.
I like when you like this, Daddy.
Yeah, where you put my bag
Daddy,
at?
I like when you scrambling and scraping for shit.
No. That was you.
Scrambling.
What? Scrambling and scraping for shit? In other words, I like to see you on your all fours. I like to see you in a position of submissive, me in control. What?
Daddy. He kept saying daddy.
Daddy.
He's talking to another person. He said, Daddy. I like when you're scrambling and scraping for shit, Daddy.
Yep, you're
scrambling and scraping for shit, Daddy. Daddy.
You said, I like when you do it like that, Daddy. When you're scrambling and scraping for shit.
No, he's probably shitting his pants here because he's cold.
Hell
He doesn't want
nah.
anybody to know that he is
This
into
shit crazy.
whatever he's into.
But what did he say right before that? I love it. Bring it on.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Now look how quiet he got all of a sudden. He just got super fucking quiet. Daddy, I like it when you're scrambling and scraping for shit, Daddy. Oh, that's just so fucking creepy. See how quiet he got all of a sudden? He just got called out. That's what happens when you get called out.
So he loves it all.
And here's the thing. He liked his recordings. You know, just like a serial killer likes a trophy from their kill, these guys who do this shit like to have something to remember the experience because it was so fucking great. And jerking off to it, you can get just as much of a thrill when you're by yourself with your 1,000 bottles of baby oil. He's off to the races, you know, and you're going to watch. There's going to be a superseding indictment with more allegations. But you're not going to see that from the U.S. Attorney's Office until they can verify every last little bit of it. They need
Yeah, he
testimony.
wild as
They
hell,
need text
Quay.
messages. They need video footage if you've got it. They need a way to show that you're not just some hanger on who's trying to score a quick payday, which is what he said Cassie was doing. Cassie Ventura. But we all know that he dragged her down the hallway and probably did all kinds of other shit to her. You know, the biggest face is cleared up until whatever. I mean, and to have somebody subjected to this shit over and over and over again to the point where they need to be rehydrated with intravenous fluids. And if any of you guys comment that that's normal, don't come to my house. That's all I'm saying.
And isn't that coercive in general of like holding something over someone's career?
Yeah, well,
even
if you're
they can-
holding your career over your head, that's coercion.
Yeah.
If you're physically prohibiting somebody from leaving, that's force. Force, fraud, or coercion. So we'll see you next time here in Criminal Lawyer Reacts. I'm Bruce Rivers, your board certified criminal defense lawyer, along with our content genius, Michael Rivers. Make sure you subscribe, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, sign up for Patreon. And where do they get the merch?
Go to brucerivers.com for the hat, hoodies, and sweat and shirts and prints. So
we'll see you next time here on Criminal Lawyer Reacts.
Shout out to Bruce Rivers, man. Shout out to the criminal lawyer, man. He be going crazy, man. He do his thingy thing. Let me go over this news thing one more time before I get up out of here. I gotta go to school, y'all. I know y'all don't want me to.
This is the biggest secret of 2024, and they don't want you to know about this.
If you get injured in an accident, you can turn that accident into.
Breaking right now, a 16-year-old is recovering.
Is live at the District 6 police station with more details. Darius.
Jim and Erica, good afternoon to you both. That 16-year-old was taken to the University of Chicago Medical Center where he is expected to be okay. Right now, we have questions into Chicago Public Schools to figure out if this 16-year-old was a student at Hirsch High School. But all of this unfolded right outside the school about an hour and a half into their school day. Go ahead and take a look at some of this video we gathered. Again, all of this was just before 10 o'clock this morning when Chicago police responded.
Man, look at all them damn shells, man. And only hit a nigga in the shoulder, man. Y'all need to go and get another trade, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Look like it's more than 30, my boy. Y'all need another hobby, man. Another job, bro. Y'all shooting all them damn shots and only shot one person in the shoulder. Go and get y'all some another job, bro.
Some of this video we gathered. Again, all of this was just before 10 o'clock this morning when Chicago police responded to a call of shots fired in the 7700 block of South Drexel. That's in the Grand Crossing neighborhood high school. Chicago police tell us a car with 4 people inside pulled up and the people inside started shooting. Take a listen.
Hi, guys from 7700 block of Drexel. One of the tickets says a white Infiniti sedan with a yellow temp plate fired at least 30 shots.
We have a bona fide person shot in the right arm.
Right now, no one is in custody. If you have any information, you're asked to call Chicago police. Reporting at District 6, I'm Darius Johnson, CBS News, Chicago.
Darius, thank you.
They ain't playing fair. I always wonder what happened to a million. All right, what the fuck I was finna look at before I get off this thing? I was finna look at one more. Oh, yeah, Florida.
NBC2 News at 5:30.
Families in a Fort Myers neighborhood were stunned when police uncovered and all of these drugs during a raid in a home in their neighborhood off Winkler Avenue. Multiple officers and even the SWAT team moved into this home in the Linsford community east of Veronica Shoemaker Boulevard, arresting this man, Travis Hickson.
NBC2's Hope Salmon is speaking with witnesses and finding out how the community helped police with their investigation.
Fort Myers police seized nearly $1 million from a home in this community off of Winkler Avenue. They say that's the most money they removed in an investigation, and neighbors say they knew the man.
I've interacted with him, and he's a nice guy. We always say hello. He always says hello to my dog.
So it might have come as a surprise to Luis Garcia when he saw police raiding his neighbor's home last Wednesday.
There was about, I'd say, probably 12 squad cars, 2 big white vans, surveillance.
Hey, I see why little Glock boy Bobo running in cribs at nighttime. Shit. Buddy had $1 million, goddammit. He can keep the fentanyl though. But shit, $1 million in cash, bro. And you got the dog food, man, where you sleep at. This dude crazy.
Vans, it looks like, and the SWAT truck came in as well. And from what they were saying on the speaker, they're saying we have a search warrant.
NBC2 was there when police shut down Wilmot Place off Winkler Avenue. Officers served a search warrant for drugs. An undercover officer showed us what they discovered.
In multiple bedrooms, we found illegal narcotics to include fentanyl, cocaine, and methamphetamine, as well as a large sum of money that you see here today. They were stored mostly in safes, box springs of bedrooms and mattresses, in bags, under dressers, inside dressers, just various locations throughout the house.
Police say the suspect, Travis Hickson, with a lengthy criminal history, refused to leave the home. I spoke with Chief Jason Fields about this historic bust.
So no community is immune from drugs.
Niggas greedy, man. You make $1 million, man. I'm gone. I'm out the game and every motherfucking thing. And whoever money it is, they beat. Catch you where you can, goddammit. Man, these niggas be greedy.
Guns, violence. But with tips like this, I mean, my initial reaction is, wow. I mean, almost $1 million.
Now the police department is waiting on the court date. If the money is proven to be used for drug dealing and the state grants the department towards cracking down on more busts like this. Myers police say they were tipped off to this investigation from members of the community, and they remind people, if you see something, to say something. Reporting in Fort Myers, Hope Salmon, NBC2.
Seeing the nigga cars pulling up at night, different phones and shit. Come on, man.
Find your next possibility on Cars.com.
4:30, look alive. Memphis rapper finds himself in trouble with the law again. Thanks
Arthur able
Somehow, Block Boy JB's first appearance.
Baker, better known as Block Boy JB, appeared in court early Wednesday morning on several charges after being arrested Tuesday.
You're charged with misdemeanors of obstructing a highway or passageway, possession of a controlled substance, driving while license suspended, and a Class E felony of convicted felon in possession of a handgun.
The 28-year-old rapper is charged after the Tennessee Highway Patrol allegedly caught him asleep behind the wheel at a traffic light on North Germantown Parkway and Chickering Lane. The THP trooper says he noticed Block Boy JB's Mazda SUV sit through 2 full traffic cycles Tuesday morning. When the trooper walked up to the car, he says he found Block Boy JP asleep with the vehicle in drive. There was a loaded gun and 12 grams of marijuana within reach of the rapper. Baker is known for his songs Shoot, Rover, and Look Alive. He has more than 2 million followers on Instagram, but that did not stop Judge Christian Johnson from upholding the law.
Your bond set at $7,500. Are you going to be able to make your bond? Are you going to be able to hire an attorney? He's already hired? Who's that? Okay.
Reporting for your news leader in downtown Memphis, I'm Jessica Knox, WREG News, Channel 3.
Smash that like button, y'all. Smash that like button. Shout out to everybody who was on here tonight. I got to go to school, man. Got to go to school tomorrow. We doing filming, man. We filming. We actually filming. We out the classroom. We filming different scenes.
Hey, my nigga Glock made this shit. Real Mod Squad shit. Whole lot of Mod Squad shit. Shout out Trenches News, nigga. Shout out NC. Shout out Made Media. Shout out Spark. Shout out Queen. Shout out B. Shout out Nene. And see, hit my phone like Black make us a song. I hit YouTube, found the beat, now it's on. And see, you can go to her for the latest news. Like who told on who and who gave who the blues. Can't forget Queen Lotus, that's 126. Shorty smart as hell, gon' have you thinking about shit. Now let's get on the BZ on the down south shit. Shorty real as hell, she gon' tell you about your shit. And she dropping videos, go subscribe to her shit. Sparks got the visuals of 99%. Made media out west, he a film mode nigga. Get that nigga, bring a chick, I bet she feelin' on that nigga. And shout out Savage Black, we gon' party on them niggas. Can't forget Nene, she catch bodies in the chat. It's that page fake or real shit, shorty gon' check. She gon' come back to the chat, wipe his nosy out the chat. Can't forget Uncle Swipe, Mr. Miyagi to you niggas. You can call him Swipe or Jordan or whatever, say you nigga. And to the ones that left, we ain't worried about shit. But make sure you like the video before you dip. Real Mod Squad shit, yeah. Real Mod Squad shit, yeah. Real Mod Squad shit, yeah. Make sure you like the video before you dip. Real Mod Squad Black, shit, yeah. Black. Real Mod Squad shit, yeah. Real Mod Squad shit, yeah. Make sure you like the video.
That's Savage Black, man. I'm going to see y'all tomorrow, man. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all support. I will be dropping more content tomorrow, man. Shout out to everybody who on here tonight, man. Make sure y'all go and follow Sparks now, man. Shout out King Fields, Quay, Big EJ Smoker, Grandson, DLTV. Shout out all y'all, man. Shout out Chris Paulo 773. Go and follow him. Dro the Mob. Go and follow him. Taz Money, what's up? Christopher King, what's up? Hodges Clark. Shout out D-Ball. Shout out Speedy OG. Shout out Wayno. King Fields again. Christopher. Dennis S. 123 Go Get It. Victorious. Shout out Raven. Shout out Momo. Shout out Kenny Rogers. Shout out Sparks Visuals again. Make sure y'all go and follow them. Kenny Rogers, Sparks. All in with a wrench, man. Shout out King of My TV. Shaq Spalding. Shout out Bone Yak, man. Hey, got to get Bone Yak that wrench back. He got another page now. Shout out Smurf Toe. Man, shout out all y'all on here, man. I appreciate it. I'm up out of here, though. I got school tomorrow, man.
Before you dip.
Smash that like button. Go check out my other videos, man.
Real Mod Squad shit. Whole lot of Mod Squad.
Check out the little video Lil J video I just dropped.
Shout out NC.
Trenches, you think J. Breezy going to jail? I don't even know who J. Breezy is. But if he was at a Diddy party, watching, standing around, past 1 o'clock at night, yeah, he going in.
I made media. Shout out Spark. Shout out Queen.
Shout out Sparks Visuals, man. Go and follow him on Instagram right now.
See, hit my phone like Black make us a song. I hit YouTube, found a beat, now a song. And see, you can go to her for the latest news. Like who told on who and who gave who the blues. Can't forget Queen Lotus, that's 126. Shorty smart as hell, gon' have you thinking about shit. Now let's get on the BZ on the down south shit. Shorty real as hell, she gon' tell you about your shit. And she dropping videos, go subscribe to her shit. Sparks got the visuals of 99%. Made media out west, he a film mode nigga. Get that nigga, bring a chick, I bet she feeling on that nigga. And shout out Savage Black, we gon' party on them niggas. Can't forget Nene, she catch bodies in the chat. It's that page fake of real shit, shorty gon' check. She gon' come back to the chat, wipe his nosy out the chat. Can't forget Uncle Swipe, Mr. Miyagi to you niggas. You can call him Swipe or Jordan or whatever, say you nigga. And to the ones that left, we ain't worried about shit. But make sure you like the video.
I'm up out of here, y'all. See y'all tomorrow, man. Follow my squad.
Real Mod Squad shit, yeah. Real Mod Squad shit, yeah. Make sure you like the video before you dip. Real Mod Squad shit, yeah. Real Mod Squad shit.
I'm up out of here, y'all.
Real Mod Squad shit, yeah. Make sure you like the video